Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of Don Mafia live Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. EST. And we have a special treat for you today because the Buffalo Bills are currently in Chicago. And according to all of the research I have conducted, it sounds like practice will begin in exactly a half hour. Now, I haven't heard of who is particularly going to be at the podium at any given moment, but based off of previous structure, we could assume that we will likely hear from Sean McDermott, maybe somebody else within the next couple of minutes. That's typically how these practices are cut out. But damn, man, live play-by-play reaction to everything that is happening in Chicago as this information leaks. I think that we can all agree the biggest thing that we need to hope for the love of God, no injuries. Kevin last night on the Bills Roundtable, which, by the way, once the show is over with, guys, go watch that episode, that latest episode of Bills Roundtable last evening. Myself, Z-Bot, Bills Bunker, and Kevin Masari. And Kev brought up a very, very good point. He said, look, I don't care what happens in the preseason. Just for the love of God, make sure that there is no rookie or undrafted free agent from Chicago that's trying to make a name for himself and hurt Josh Allen during these joint practices. I think that we can knock on wood on this. We're talking about literally Iron Man, dude who has played 100 consecutive games for this Buffalo Bills team, so I remain optimistic. But I think that's the number one thing that I'm looking for today. And then obviously in the game we have heard it is all but confirmed that Josh Allen is not playing on Sunday evening. It's completely fine. I still want to see what this defense looks like. And I hope, for the love of God, we end up getting the All-22 in a more reasonable fashion than we did last week. But welcome into the show as everybody is piling in. Do me a favor, guys. Hit that thumbs up sign. My goal is to consolidate each and every single piece of information that comes out of Bills Bears joint practice today so we can learn. So whether or not that you're currently working, several of my buddies that like to tune into this show are right on the road, right? Like you're driving the delivery truck. Maybe you're on the work site. Maybe you're behind your desk, all right? And you're doing a bunch of tedious tasks that you absolutely despise, and you want to make sure that you can make this day go by a bit faster, all right? If that's the case, do me a favor, hit that thumbs up sign, and let's lock in because the Buffalo Bills, man, we're going to be getting a little bit more here. Happy Bills Friday. It's really weird for some reason. What? Okay. I have no idea what is going on here with StreamYard, folks, but we can take a look at a couple. I just keep disappearing when it comes into it. Sean Kula is coming. Phil Allen should get at least a series, but guess we got to go into week one without the reps. For sure. It's definitely a polarizing topic across the fan base. I'm assuming he's going to get plenty of reps today. I would have rathered he'd at least get a drive like this Sunday. I think that would have been pretty cool, but it is what it is. Unfortunately, that's just kind of how it is these days, guys. For some reason, StreamYard has been having some issues. I'm going to go on ahead and I'm going to boot myself out here for a second and see if I can improve it. Bear with me as I try this one thing. Okay, I will be right back. All right, I'm back, ladies and gentlemen. Let's try this out. Oh, okay, perfect. Jordan Hancock, yes, talk to me. Cole Bishop, I love you, but sorry, Jordan Hancock will have a pick today. I love it. Hey, Big Daddy, get there. School starts September 4th for my younger two boys and me, and the 5th of my oldest, man. Look at that, man. Ready for school? We are getting into it. Guys, 155 of you are in here currently. 103 of you are on YouTube. Do me a favor, man. I'm nosy. I want to get a good understanding of where everybody is tuning in from. It is the typical roll call of this damn show as we wait for whoever hits the podium to break down exactly what we're going to see at practice in Chicago. Do not be shy. I am talking to the lurkers in the chat as well. You know who you are. Just those people that like to sit back and listen, maybe not contribute that much into the live chat. That's completely fine. But for this time and this time only, let me know where you're tuning in from. What corner of the world are you tapping in from to learn a little bit about this damn Buffalo Bills team. Looks like college football is starting right over here for UB. I'm not sure if you guys follow Maction very much. Those UB Bowls apparently have a pretty solid season ahead of them. Have a James Cook highlight here and there. Here's QB1. Lock it in. I'm going to go on ahead. I'm going to share my screen so we can get a good understanding and some visuals of what is happening. QB1, man, locked in Chicago, ready to make some plays on this team. All right, man, let's see this roll call. Let's see what's going on. We have Cheek to Vegas, New York is in the building. Daddy B, what's going on, man? Hope all is well. Austin, Texas is in the building. Caitlin, I hope all is well. I love Austin, Texas. You have no idea. Iowa is in the building. Saratoga Springs, New York. Syracuse, New York, tuning in from already Snowland. Oh, my God, I love it. Rough Buffalo, baby. Steven, what's going on, my friend? Palm Coast, Birmingham, Alabama all day. Marcus, what's going on, my friend? How you doing? We have Jersey in the building. Micah has a question for me. Fire away, my friend. Dan, has practice started? I slept in. Steven, no. So according to everything I have heard, practice is going to be starting in about 25 minutes. I'm really hoping that we get some up-to-date live some action and clips so we can understand what is going on out on the practice field. I split my time between Virginia Tech and Blacksburg and Lexington, Kentucky, and the Wildcats. Look at that, man. College ball here. Olean, New York is in the building. What's up, Dan? Work lurking in the delivery van. Currently, West Valley, New York. My guy, Big Daddy D, is all across the Western New York area, man. I can appreciate that. He's a road warrior, and you know what? He always taps in with his boy each and every single morning. My best friend lives out in Saratoga in a seminar for work all day to get credits for my license. I'll catch the rewatch later. Everyone stay safe and go Bills. Hey, man, listen, you enjoy that seminar. Charlotte, North Carolina, just checking to see how the Bears' offensive line is for week 1. Skull. Oh, my God, we have a Vikings fan in here. He's trying to get a good understanding of what that line looks like. So I'll tell you what, from a Bills fan's perspective, I'm very interested to see what their offensive line looks like. Because the one thing I need from this team, specifically the Buffalo Bills, is how are they going to perform against quality competition? And while the Chicago Bears offensive line is only good on paper, I think we can probably give an educated guess that they are going to have a significant improvement, of course, seeing that they stay healthy. So I got to see have to see what they look like, especially against our new revamped defensive line as well. Chattanooga is in the building. Derek, what's going on? My boy Spidey is in Chat Vegas as well, and I can appreciate that. Portland, Oregon is in the building. Hello, Dan. Austin from New York as a Giants fan. St. Louis. Let's lock in here. 37 likes and 122 in the chat. You know what to do, people. Smash that like button. Yeah, guys, for sure. As you are coming in, do me a favor, hit that thumbs up sign. Let's propel this out to the YouTube algorithm. Let's see. My question is, would you like to see Mike White with the ones? I wouldn't mind seeing Mitchell Trubisky and Mike White switching. I feel like Mike White has done everything he could to prove that he deserves those reps. I'm curious to see who ultimately ends up starting, but I would not be surprised if we see Mitchell Trubisky out there once again on Sunday night for the first quarterback to run. We shall see. Toledo, Ohio is in the building. Ronnie, what's going on? In Iowa, waiting to get my semi unloaded, keeping updated on the best team. Go Bills. Hey, dude, listen, that's what I'm here for, man. Listen, treat me as your go-to show as you are attempting to make the workday go by a little faster. Allen starting on Sunday. He is not starting on Sunday. That was, I believe, confirmed yesterday. It sounds like Sean McDermott does not want to risk QB1. It's polarizing, right? I suppose it's optimistic that he's getting reps today, which is good. He's going to be getting more reps today than he would have on Sunday. So I guess that's cool. But I don't know. Sounds like we're only going to see Josh Allen for like the first quarter or maybe a drive or two of preseason week 3. Austin's in the building. Already liked and subscribed. Just found your channel and already love the vibes. Are high. Austin, what's going on? He's an intern over at Roundtable Sports, man. He's my guy over there. Very talented video editor. Did you see Marcus Spears on ESPN say we have to be able to beat Lamar in the playoffs before we worry about Kansas City? I swear to God, sometimes people just say shit and just to say shit. Sometimes I think that people's memories are very short when it comes like into sports analysis. Like we do it each and every single time. Like, what is Marcus on? What is Marcus on? Big Blue Nation for life. Man, dude, look at that. I can't type. That's okay. From Charlotte, North Carolina, go Bills. Zachary, I hope all is well. I spent some time in Charlotte myself once upon a time. Mike said the thing, no one corrected him. Oh, my God. Seeing Dawkins had back issues. Is he good? So last time I heard, it sounded like he had a flare-up or some soreness, and I think they're optimistic that he could potentially be getting reps today. Could. Now, we're still obviously waiting. I'm not sure if Sean McDermott is going to be hitting the podium prior to practice beginning. Practice starts in about 20 minutes, but I think that we're going to see some things here. Marcus Spears is a clown. Marcus Spears isn't too bright. All right. Hey, man, here we are. I haven't been able to do much lately as construction on my room is being done, but we are almost done, which is great. I love to hear that, man. Mikey Marcus said we lost to the Ravens in the playoffs like 8 years ago. Did we lose to the Ravens in the playoffs? I don't recall losing to the Ravens in the playoffs. So the 2 times we've faced off against the Ravens in the playoffs, we've sent them home. One was that Taron Johnson pick 6 that went like 96, like 97 yards, which was absolutely incredible. And then last year, I'm pretty sure we all know how that went. So we're going to have to see. Dan, finally really digging into unpacking front the move. I was able to set up my new piano. My hubby and kids got me for my birthday. It was really nice to sit and play again. It has been a while. You know what? Nothing is better than finally getting your home unpacked, finally settled. I'm glad you guys are starting to make a dent in that. And that's beautiful, man. Listen, I've always wanted to learn how to play the piano. Maybe one of these days I'm going to have to go on ahead and pick it up. All right. Once the season ends up dying down. But I'm so glad to hear, Beth, that the unpacking is finally starting to be up in the forefront. That is awesome. DJ Finesse is in the building. Donnie Yabs, have you gotten ready for the bench press competition yet? Hit 225 for 34. Damn, Donnie. Come on, man. Come on, Donnie. Yeah, dude. Listen, I'm going to have to find somebody. Like, for some reason, I've always had a hard time going up to somebody in the gym being like, yo, bro, you want to film me do something real fast? So maybe, just maybe, I'll have, like, my buddy do it. I can tell you right now that, like, you won. Last time I maxed out, I did 315. Which is solid, I guess. But like maybe I can do 225 10 times, maybe 12. But 34 reps at 225, Donnie, come on, man. Listen, I'm throwing up the white flag already. My friend. Holy hell. But listen, I will still do it because I did say that I would. Maybe I just need to invest in one of those in my garage. You know what I mean? Bills beat Ravens all playoffs, all appearances. They beat themselves, remember, of course. Of course. How could we forget? Exactly. We lost when we didn't have Allen. Axel is in the building. Does Caleb have his nails painted pink again? I'm not sure. I will keep you updated. On the young man's his cuticles for the day once we start getting some updates coming out of it. Question: now that Cook is signed and the drama is gone, what's the biggest story now for our Bills, in your opinion? Man, that was a long storyline. And you know what? Like, from a content creator's perspective, I'm kind of thankful that we did have like a key topic to focus in on all off season, because that James Cook saga lasted about like 4 to 5 months. It was insane. It was absolutely insane how long that so it lasted. So the biggest storyline around the Buffalo Bills, I think, is while we invested so much in our perceived weaknesses, like depth in the secondary and depth in the defensive line, and potentially finding an answer to getting to the quarterback and improving our third down defense, I think that has now become the story. Because it's easy to win in offseason. It's easy to look at a roster on paper and say, oh, yeah, we've improved. But we have to see it executed. So I think that's going to be the number one storyline I think a lot of people are going to be focusing on. I really hope it's not a major injury or anything like that. I think all of us can agree on that. But yeah, it's nice that James Cook is right under contract right now. And let's just say hopefully he earns that cash. You know what I mean? Statement. The biggest story now is our backfield. Get off my lawn. Man, he's looking at that running back room, and I don't hate him for it. I don't hate him for it. Folks, 15 minutes until practice begins. Again, I'm sitting here waiting on Sean McDermott. I'm not even sure if he is speaking to the media right now, but we will be patient and get these people in. Is there any news on Bass and Harrison? No updates as of now. From what I understood, I guess Bass was present during practice, walking along the sideline. We have no idea what's going on with this pelvic soreness. And then with Max Harrison, he's off crutches, so I guess that's somewhat optimistic. As far as him potentially being back, I think that we haven't heard any updates outside of the fact he should be good by week 1. But by him being good by week 1, I don't particularly think that that means he's going to be starting. So I do think that he's going to be starting his pseudo training camp. Like once week 1 is there, he's going to have to make up for the reps that he lost in training camp. And I think it's pretty solid right now that we are ultimately going to be welcoming in Trey White as CB2, at least for the beginning of the season. So sounds to me that while he will be ready by week 1, it's hard for me to assume that Sean McDermott's just going to throw him out there with the Wolves. You know what I mean? Scott has come in. Start focusing on our health and preparation for week 1. All football, no drama. I know, man. Listen, I'm so glad it's over. Again, 5 months of agonizing speculation of what was going on in James Cook's head, what was going on with the Buffalo Bills, but somehow Brandon Beane was able to sign him to a contract that he thought that he was worth while also benefiting the team as well. That's impressive. And no matter how much you like to chalk it up, like how Brandon Beane was able to do this, come on. Come on, man. Sure is a cave. I'm totally happy, by the way. Man, I love to hear it. What's up, Dan? What are your thoughts on Bills signing Nelson Caesar, the edge rusher? He played for University of Houston and played in the UFL. I saw his highlights, and he is a dog. Go Bills. Filthy dollar bills. So I must have missed that update. I'm typically pretty cautious of any players that we sign, especially after preseason week 1. Typically, when I see that happen, barring some incredible performance, like an incredible performance, I would even say 2x of what an incredible performance would look like. Likely just a camp body, likely just a preseason person to fill up space. Because you have to remember, Sean McDermott puts a lot of value into guys that have as much reps as humanly possible during this period. So he's already behind in the rep department. So, yeah. So in my opinion, more than likely, and this is me just speaking by not being familiar with this player, it's hard for me to find a role for him on this team. He probably just ended up being brought in for some reps during preseason week 2, but I suppose anything could happen, man. Anything could happen. Statement: was playing Madden online. Groot tipped a pass and made Max was coming in on a career blitz, on a corner blitz, and intercepted it for a pick 6. Was down, and it triggered the full-on comeback. Dude, you know what? Keep manifesting these games because that's what we need. Who is the one player every fan should be hyper-focused on in joint practice? Ooh, Ramy, great question. Great question. So I can tell you the guys that I'm looking for. I'm going to be looking at Landon Jackson. So I do want to see some wins from him, right? I'd probably put TJ Sanders into that equation. I would also like to see proof that Tre'Davious White can handle the CB2 role because now he's actually getting reps against another team while he's been looking good in training camp. And while I did think that while his preseason week 1, I suppose was good, this joint practice is where I think we finally get our answer and we finally get that sense of relief that he's going to be able to step in as CB2 and be effective at it. And look, we are lucky enough to be facing this Chicago Bears team that, like it or not, is a very talented squad. Very high quality wide receivers. You have Luther Burden. You have DJ Moore, you have Rome Odunze, and they have an improved offensive line. So say that our defense can go out there and get several wins today. That's encouraging because a lot of people look at the Chicago Bears and they say, oh my God, it's the Bears. Like, don't worry about the Bears. This is a very talented team from a personnel perspective and a very talented head coach as far as an offensive mind is concerned. So I think that we're going to be getting some pretty good answers today. Did we draft Landon Jackson or Michael Jackson? Facts over feelings. He's coming on in. I've noticed when people say Allen is 1-3 versus Lamar in the regular season, they are counting the 2018 week game when neither Allen nor Lamar started, for sure. You know, some people just like to grasp at straws. I want to see how the safeties do. Safeties indeed. Is Jordan Hancock going to continue to get reps at the safety position? And could he potentially position himself as a starter eventually? That's the question, and that's the hot take that myself and Kevin have hopped on, but we will see. I remember the old days when we would lose draft picks who wouldn't re-sign, like Nate Clements, Stephon Gilmore, and even Marcellus Wiley. We even had to kidnap Mario Williams to sign. Beane rules. He does, man. He's able to bring back all of our homegrown talent, and these players want to stay. One of my favorite things that came out of all of this was that James Cook apparently never wanted to leave. He wanted to stay in Buffalo, and that's something different. Oh, hey, guys, listen, I could assume per Joe Buscaglia, who ultimately ended up snapshotting a picture of this Bears press conference room, could potentially mean that we are getting an interview or a press conference from Sean McDermott in just a couple of seconds. Or maybe that's where they are working today. But why would he be in here without Sean McDermott being on the podium here momentarily? We're going to have to see. I'm excited to see what my boy has to say. Working and lurking. Working and lurking, man, from Vet City, USA. Thanks for the practice updates. You're that dude for sure. Shout out to Joker coming in and making it happen. 387 of you are in this chat right now. 229 of you are on YouTube, 138 on X, 21 of you on Facebook, and 1 of you on Twitch. Damn, baby. Shout out to my lone Twitch soldier over here. You know what I mean? But do me a favor, everybody. Please hit that thumbs up side. I am doing my best to consolidate each and every single piece of information that comes out of practice. Based off of this latest update from Joe Buscaglia, I could make an educated guess we should be hearing from a coach momentarily. If not, practice is technically set to begin in about 7 minutes. So I am going to be watching this like a hawk. I am going to update you as practice continues. I feel like all of us can just hope and pray that we'll be okay and we have no significant injuries, because the last thing we need is some undrafted free agent on Chicago trying to make a name for himself, and then he causes an injury on one of our key players. We cannot have that. However, I need to give a giant shout out to our boy over at William Mattar Law Offices. Folks, if you are ever hurt in a car, you better call William Mattar. #1 car accident attorney in the state of New York. It is the ugly truth of existence. Sometimes you are going to find yourself in a car accident and maybe you're banged up a little bit. It's important to have the right person in your corner to make sure that you are well within your rights and you could potentially receive some compensation in case that unfortunate event does happen. So if you are in New York, in the Western New York area, and you ever find yourself in that unfortunate scenario, keep this phone number in the back of your mind. 844-444-4444. William Mattar Law Offices. Shout out to my boy for always coming in. Showing a little bit of love over here. All right, let's see. Is somebody hopping on the damn podium? Let's see. All right. Doesn't matter. I'm ready to talk ball with my friends anyway. First hold in 9 years under Beane. That is a testament to his handling of contracts. For sure. Listen, I feel like we really need to go on ahead and start giving the man credit, because he is wonderful at being able to retain our homegrown talent. Like, name a single star on this team. Current star. Like somebody that you would consider to be a high performer that was drafted by the Buffalo Bills. It's hard to say. And that's a good thing for an NFL organization. I honestly can't think of a single crazy contributor that Buffalo did not draft themselves. Like when you list like the top 5 best players on the Buffalo Bills, more than likely with those top 5 were homegrown talent. Josh Allen drafted, obviously. With James Cook, drafted. Same thing with Milano, drafted. Same thing with Deion Dawkins, drafted. Same thing with Osiris Torrance, drafted. Have Ed Oliver, drafted. It is so nice to have a GM that is able to do all of this. Buffalo Motivated has come in. Compare the differences between Jerry Jones and Beane with contracts. It is absolutely insane. Well, I got to tell you what, man. I think Jerry Jones needs to maybe be a bit more self-aware and finally stop handling some of those decisions that a GM should be making. I think that would benefit the Cowboys more than you know. I don't really consider Cook's hold in actual hold. I think Cook knew he would sign during Hard Knocks, and I think that combo was had, and there was an understanding for sure. I do agree. It's definitely a lot of things that we weren't able to know unless we were a fly on the wall, but I don't think it was as toxic as people on the internet were trying to make it out to be. But we will never know. And I'm completely fine with it as well, because you want to know why. He's out there, he's signed, he's ready to play. And for the most part, on a pretty solid team-friendly deal. We lost Tremaine Edmonds. Yeah, but like what I'm saying is, so the current stars, like right on this team, almost all of them are drafted. And Edmonds is going to be on the Chicago Bears. Let's just say that. I did love Cook's immediate reaction. He was crying. He was so happy. I hope Josh Allen only plays a snap on Sunday because we need him to rest, but I wouldn't mind him to play a quarter. From what I understand, he's not playing at all on Sunday. So now it's going to be 2 preseason games in a row where he sees no snaps. Edmonds got overpaid. Bernard is a better replacement. Totally agree. Let me get this coffee in my system. Look at that, folks. Practice is starting. Sal Capaccio is out there waiting for the players to take the field. Nice training facility over in Chicago. I must give them credit for that. I'm not going to lie to you. But look at that. Where are the players? I think that is a question. I think this is public seating as well, so there are going to be fans out there. Let's see. Oh, Dan, and you are reading my mind. Need to refill the elixir of the gods. Me too. I'm about to go on ahead and warm up on the coffee right now, guys. As I am gone, make sure you hit that thumbs up sign. We are Oh, hey, hold up. Bills head coach Sean McDermott will give a pre-practice media briefing at 11 a.m. EST today in Chicago. Oh, okay. We will carry that live on WGR. Bills and Bears will begin joint practice at 11:30 ET. I'm heading on WGR right now for a scene setter check-in. Okay, folks. So it sounds like we have about a half hour right before we hear from Sean McDermott, and we have about another hour until practice actually begins. Okay. It doesn't matter. We're going to be here for a second, and I love it. Which draft pick do you think we have the most immediate effect this year? Ooh, I feel like Jordan Hancock. Very good player. Very, very good player, man. He's a Swiss Army knife. And so I think that he's much better player than just being a second string type put in place type guy. So I'd probably say Jordan Hancock is going to be the biggest impact player. Normally I would have said so Max Harrison, but that injury that he suffered really set him back, unfortunately. Beautiful day for a show. Go Bills. Jennifer, what is going on? I hope all is well with you. I put $100 down for the Bears to win the division. Could be good, could be awful. I'll tell you what, listen, I have thought, all right, listen, I could probably think about a million other times that I've spent $100 on dumb shit. I actually like that bet. I actually think Chicago has an opportunity of winning the NFC North. I really do. As long as Caleb can take the right step in the right direction. I love their secondary. Maybe their pass rush could be a bit better. Quality offensive weapons. Now a solid offensive line. What can Caleb Williams do? I think that's the question. Let's go Bears. Bear down. Alex Stewart. He's excited about his damn Chicago Bears. And I love it. Walker. So my boy's coming in saying now Walker is going to be the number one person. Hancock, Walker, and Harrison. Harrison will be ready when he is back. I know, man. Things are exciting over here. I can't wait to see Big Walker Mountain swat some passes and bring the heat. Question: thoughts on Landon Jackson? We have Jennifer coming in. So I think Landon Jackson still needs some time to develop. So I want him to really add to his pass rush move, like arsenal. And I think that it's going to take some time right before that, like he is that guy. But one thing that is encouraging is when you look at that one viral video of him doing the bag drill back when he was in like high school and he was memed all over the internet, he looked like an entire different player during the combine and toward the back half of his season while he was with Arkansas. So the kid has proven that he's coachable, and he's proven that he can improve year after year. So I'm optimistic that with our coaching staff, eventually I think that he could be a good player for us. Not particularly seeing him as a year one contributor, but I do remain optimistic he could be next year, or maybe even in year 3. Parrott is coming in. Walker, before his last season, was projected to be a top 5 pick. Hot take: Mike McDaniels is fired mid-season. I'm not even sure if that's hot anymore, my friend. I'm not even particularly sure that that's a hot take. What would be the implications of Samuel being waived/injured and an injury settlement to open a spot for a Shavers or someone? Don't have faith in Samuel staying healthy anymore. So we actually talked about this on the Bills Roundtable the other day. I highly recommend that you guys go check that show out. Here, actually, I'm going to go ahead and give you a little taste, because we want to get to 1,000 subscribers before the season even begins. And say, for example, that you enjoy watching me talk football. I guarantee you will enjoy watching myself, Z-Bot, Kevin Masari, and Bills Bunker talking football on Mondays and Thursdays at 5 p.m. EST. But I'm going to go on ahead and just do a shameless plug of the channel. This channel is actually linked right in the description, folks. And this was our episode last night. Our first episode is right over here. Same thing with 3 days ago when we did all this. So go on ahead and subscribe to this bad boy. We ended up discussing that topic in general about Curtis Samuel being gone. And I got to tell you what, that has been a very popular conversation amongst Bills fans. And I can tell you what that looks like. So say, for example, that we wanted to walk away from Curtis Samuel because, again, right, like he just can't stay off of the injury report. We're going to have to trade him. We can't release him because that's where the dead cap gets a little dicey. And that's where we don't ultimately end up seeing a lot of cap relief. But just so I can show you a visual right here, if, for example, we were able to convince a team maybe to do like a late round pick swap or something along those lines, and we trade him, we could potentially add $7.3 million in cap savings. So that could potentially be something we can do. Say that we release him, like we're only adding $430,000 in available spend, and the dead cap is significantly worse. So we would add about 8.6 in dead in 2025 and 3.4 in 2026. So our only way out of this contract is as if we can convince a team to sort of trade for him, basically. It's interesting with Shavers, right? Because say that Buffalo decides to keep Curtis Samuel, I got to tell you what, I think Buffalo is going to give the nod over to Shenault. Like, he just provides a lot more value to this team, right? Like, he's a kick returner. He's a very good one. He's currently leading that competition. He was definitely the one guy that stood out, especially between him and Codrington. And I've said this a couple of times as well. While Shenault is not a world breaker wide receiver, he's a better wide receiver than Codrington is a cornerback, and he provides more value in the special team side of things. So I think we could chalk it up by saying that Shenault is 110% on this roster. And the only way that Shavers makes this roster is as if that we walk away from Curtis Samuel. That's my take. But I guess at the end of the day, we'll see. We will see. Who is going to trade? Who is going to trade for Curtis Samuel? That is the question. But so releasing him, I don't see Brandon Beane doing that. Should Damar Hamlin start, in your opinion? I don't like him. I'm sorry, not sorry. LOL. So I think the question is not should he start. I think the question is, will he start? I think Sean McDermott's teased it already that we're going to be seeing Damar Hamlin as starting free safety by week 1. And I think a lot of it has to do with Cole Bishop missing for now the second year in a row, the vast majority of training camp and not getting those reps. So I hate to upset some people, but I think the sooner that we start to accept the fact that Damar Hamlin is going to be the starting safety next to Taylor Rapp on week 1, it's going to be easier. It's going to be easier for us to adjust to. I've seen a lot of Jordan Hancock starting at the safety position, especially on preseason week 1. Maybe eventually if Damar goes out there and he starts making some terrible plays and Bishop is still not ready, maybe they throw Jordan Hancock out there. I am so high on Jordan Hancock. I think that he is the free safety of the future for us. And so I really do. But I don't know. But I think we can all agree that Damar Hamlin is going to be the starting free safety, like just based off of what we've heard from Sean McDermott already, unfortunately enough. I don't understand the Hamlin hate. He played pretty solid last year for his first real year back after all of that happened to him. Yeah, so here's the deal, right? Hamlin is a quality backup safety. He's not a starter, right? Like he's not a good starter. And why he has started has always been because he is filling in for somebody that was injured. All of his starts have had to do with the fact that one of our other players was injured. Last year, he got the starting job and the starting nod because Cole Bishop, who we drafted in the second round, missed all of training camp and had no reps at all and was not ramped up. That's why Hamlin got the nod. Once Cole was like solid, like you started to see some Cole Bishop and Taylor Rapp toward the back half of the season. Now Damar might be starting again because the exact same thing happened. We have Cole Bishop out missing on these very important reps. So I don't think he deserves the hate that he gets because I don't think that we should be looking at him as a top 10 safety. He's not. He's nowhere near that. But he's serviceable. He's serviceable. Hancock is a sleeper at safety, in my opinion. He's my favorite to eventually be our starting free safety. Maybe it's as soon as midway through this year. Dare I say, maybe it's as soon as week 1. Who knows? Maybe a dumb question. There are no dumb questions. What if Samuel gave an injury settlement? Would we still eat all of that dead cap? Yes. Unfortunately, we would still eat all of the dead cap because dead cap is basically just an accounting measure, right? It's basically an accounting measure. Like that money's already been paid to him, right? So, or like it's locked in contractually. So, yeah, we would still end up taking a pretty significant hit there. So, I think our only option is going to be finding a team that would be willing to take Curtis Samuel on. I think the Raiders would probably like hop on, right? The Las Vegas Raiders are so desperate like for a wide receiver and that I think they would definitely pick up the phone. Hamlin is a linebacker, not a free safety. He's a linebacker, he's saying. Good morning, Dan. Go Bills from Kentucky. Darth, what's going on, my friend? Hope all is well. Put him in the box. He will ball. We got Senke going in. We have De Niro. And let's not forget he injured Benford and cost us the game versus Kansas City last year because they slammed Elam for it. De Niro, come on, man. It goes deeper than that. It goes deeper than that, man. Beth B, no one is taking Samuel. He will be on our 53. We have Curtis Samuel breakout season. I mean, y'all know that I am the president of the Curtis Samuel fan club and the Believers Club. All right. But like, unfortunately, like that dude just can't stay healthy to save his damn life. That's the question. Oh, look at that. Look who's overlooking the Bills press conference setup here in Lake Forest. Just the Hall of Famer Sweetness. Sweetness over there. Say hello to the 2025 UB Buffalo team. Look at that, folks. All right. So press conference should be coming up here soon, folks. Sean McDermott Super excited to see what he has to say leading up to practice. That is now in 20 minutes, and practice starts in about 50. Let me see. Moss and Sapp need to get back on the Raiders. Then they will have a prayer. What was the Taron Johnson injury all about? I missed that game. It's Taron Johnson being Taron Johnson and going 100% speed in all of his tackles. I love the energy from the young man. I do. But I have never seen a player that has caused more self-inflicted injuries in my life than Taron Johnson. I love him, but slow down for the love of God, dude. Please. 49ers have literally no wide receivers, so they might be desperate for Curtis. Very true. Very true. We could have the 49ers potentially do that. I'd love Samuel to have a breakout season, but that's just it. He can't stay on the field long enough to have a breakout season. I know. And it kills me. Dan, are we becoming spoiled as fans? I mean, we got people hating on DeMar for no reason. Last time I checked, we won 13+ games last season with him as a starter, and the defense is only going to age. Okay, for me, safety really doesn't matter much to me because now with the league and how offenses are shifting, like no one's really like pushing the ball downfield anymore. Like no one's really doing the air raid offense anymore. It's running the football, short passes, yards after the catch from wide receivers. Maybe 2 to 3 times, like you'll see a deep shot downfield, maybe. And as long as Taylor Rapp is out there, he's quality in coverage. So it's not so much as important as it was a couple of years ago. And that was when we had Poyer and Micah Hyde well within their prime. So we were okay. I don't know. Like you look at every single NFL roster and there is a glaring hole or a weakness somewhere within their 53. A lot of teams have several of them. I think Buffalo is lucky enough to really only have one, and that's the safety room. I mean, that's okay. Like with a professional sports organization that has a salary cap, like it's very hard to find one team that is deep in every single position group. If they are, they're probably setting themselves up to be in cap hell for quite a bit of time, and they've likely spent a lot of money in free agency, but I can promise you that Buffalo, as far as weak position groups, were probably one of the deepest teams in the NFL. That's something I would like to always tell people. Like, we're probably one of the deepest teams in the NFL right now. It's probably us and the Eagles, to be completely honest with you, as far as well-rounded, quality depth, quality starters. I'd probably compare the Bills and the Eagles as probably one of the most like deep rosters that we could find as far as efficiency. Let me see. But that doesn't mean he was great from when he tackles. That's just, oh, man. Steven's coming in. Dan, if you ever watched, that is my favorite movie of all time. That is my favorite movie of all time. The best Adam Sandler movie is That's My Boy. You cannot convince me otherwise. Chat, let me know if you agree. But that was the best Adam Sandler movie of all time. Dan, if you've ever watched That's My Boy, I'm on Madden 26 and just found a rookie tight end, and his name is Todd Peterson. I love it. I love it. He gets hurt because he's a very aggressive player, and it can bite someone in the ass at times. Agreed. Our depth is the best I've ever been. I've been, in my opinion. It's great. It's a great movie. Holy shit. Definitely grown-ups, but I know. Okay, we're gonna get an Adam Sandler movie debate right now. All right, listen, like just mess around with it a little bit and throw on That's My Boy tonight and get back to me, because sometimes you just need to rewatch right before you appreciate it. So the Miami Dolphins are the only sports team that has a national media propaganda apparatus working against them. Wow. Okay. I happen to know a completely neutral and fact-driven venue where you guys can have this. Okay, what's going on here? Oh, wow. So sounds like there's some beef right between Mike Florio and Nick Wright. Let's see. With Jordan Addison and Rashid Rice pleaded guilty the same day, and Addison will miss the first 3 games of the season. Rice will be available for 4 and likely 5 high-profile games. Source: Maybe I'm a conspiracy theorist, but that's odd. And then Nick Wright says, I've known Mike for nearly 20 years, and I do consider him a friend, but this should be so far beneath him. Addison was suspended under a different policy, and it's a totally different process. He, of course, knows this, but go ahead and anonymously quote a conspiracy theorist. Nick, as I've said before, you have my number. I'm easy to find. If you want to have a conversation, call me. I mean, if you consider me a friend, maybe you should behave accordingly. Oh, man. So some beef. Florio is not having it. He's not having that Nick Wright is going after him, man. Dude, what is up with reporters beefing with each other, man? Like locally, nationally? What's going on with all this? How is Philly able to build super teams every year? Quality drafting. So it's funny because Philly and Howie Roseman, his first couple of drafts were not very good. Not very good at all. But the past couple of years, he's been hitting home runs on virtually every single round. I'm hoping Beane catches up this year. And I got to tell you, I'm very optimistic with this draft class coming in based off of everything we've heard and seen from preseason week 1, from training camp. If they can go out and all of the rookies again make a name for themselves, I'm going to be completely bought in. Completely bought in. So it's drafting and then them also like hitting on their free agency picks as well. Like with AJ Brown really turned that team around. Same thing with Saquon Barkley. It's quality. The future of the Bills safety room will consist of Jordan Hancock and Cole Bishop. Animal dominate just like Micah Hyde and Jordan Poyer did. That's not a crazy take at all. That is. And Jared says, I actually hate Nick wrong. Oh, my God. Why would Nick call Florio over a tweet he sent? Hey, dude, it's people. It's people, man. Nick Wright is worse than Skip Bayless. Oh, my God. Broncos GM is top 5 at drafting as well. He just doesn't get hyped up because of the Russ trade and contract. For sure. Todd Peterson, talk to me about that. Nick Wright is usually wrong. He must know. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Dan the Man, what's up? What is up? Unified 16X. I hope all is well. Philly just drafts the best player available when they're on the clock. Like last year, they drafted Cooper DeJean after already having Quinyon Mitchell, who I'm big on Quinyon Mitchell, by the way. Beane hasn't been perfect, but if you look at the players we re-signed this offseason, all former draft picks, draft, develop, and re-sign. For sure. Like when people come up, and like they say, oh my God, with Brandon Beane, like him in drafting in the first round, whatever. Like, I feel like sometimes you do need to look at the perspective by saying each and every single offseason, this fan base has like 4 or 5 players that we desperately need to re-sign. And I always like reminding people, those were all Brandon Beane draft picks, right? Like those were all Brandon Beane draft picks. So that's a really interesting way of putting things right into perspective. I like this draft class this year. I really, really do. Buffalo motivated. How do we know Cole Bishop is actually good? We haven't seen anything yet. Like, dude just needs to stay healthy, man. It's borderline frustrating if you were to ask me. We have Mike coming in. Shout out, Mike. Smash that like button. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss a thing. Share the channel with your Mafia friends. Them to join the channel. Absolutely. Folks, say, for example, you're new here. My name is Dan Mitchell. I am consolidating each and every single piece of information that comes out of Bills and Bears joint practice. We just ended up we're live with Sean McDermott as he meets with the media before today's joint practice. So we're going to be hearing from Coach, and then we're also going to be jiving up for practice today. So say, for example, that you appreciate that. All I ask is that you just hit that thumbs up sign for me and propel this out to the YouTube algorithm. Bearded Johnson, guess what Nick Wright sees when he tries looking in his right peripheral with his left eyeball? And so a giant like wall or something along those lines? Dude, holy hell. Surprisingly enough, when I was at the Super Bowl last year, so I did meet him. Very nice guy. Very, very nice guy. His takes on the Bills have gotten better. Like he's finally starting to give them credit. His nose, Bearded Johnson comes in. Surprisingly enough, he's a super nice guy. And I think that if y'all were to meet him in person, you'd probably actually like him, surprisingly enough. Haven't heard too much on Moore and the Okeechobee spell. With Elijah Moore, he's been doing his thing. He's been banged up a little bit as well. So that's the thing. We are sitting here waiting on Sean McDermott, and let's go. Dan, last year, bend don't break defense gave up yards, but wasn't so bad in giving up points. And of course, turned the ball over when teams rushed. Seems pressure is the goal with man-to-man. Do you approve? For sure, man. I'm not a proponent for bend but not break defense. I don't think that anybody actually buys into the we want to be a bend but not break defense, because that just gasses your defense by the second quarter, and that makes them less effective. Love the fact that we were able to take the football away, and love the fact that we are bringing back the majority rate of our contributors that made that happen last year. But I'm not going to rest my laurels on that, right? I'm not going to rely on Buffalo being top 3 in turnover differential for us to mask the fact that we struggle with third and long or third down defense in general, or actually getting to the quarterback. So yeah, 110%, man. It is the utmost priority as a fan looking in. Really want to get some pressure. Third and long conversions are not a secondary issue. It's a pass rush issue. So you are damn right. That's exactly what I'm looking for. Let me see. Question. I do wonder if we entertain the idea that the Cook hold-in was planned for Hard Knocks. I'm not particularly sure. From what I understand, the director is a Bills fan. So I think the director is trying to do whatever he can to make the Buffalo Bills look good. And that's great.
Perception versus reality.
Here we go.
I love you guys.
Shoddy.
All right,
Shoddy.
so I think we're ready to roll. Good to see everyone out here. Glad you got out safely. Looking forward to this practice this morning against the Bears and their organization. So I'll give you the injury update to where it is this morning. So out from practice today, just practice, will be Shakir, Grable, Van Pran, Max, and Cam Lewis. And then limited for practice will be T-Bass, Curtis Samuel, Shaq Thompson, Daquan Hardy, Cole Bishop, Taylor Rapp, and Larry Okunjobi, and then Alec Anderson.
So a lot of
most
limited
of those guys, when we say limited, they'll be, individual only. A couple of those guys, like the safeties, will get a few reps, like they did the other day. We'll see how it goes from there. So that's kind of their detail.
What is
So Okunjobi has a foot that is a part of an older injury before coming to the Bills. That's my understanding. And then Cam has a calf.
Back to full practice then?
Yes. Yep.
Was there anything specific there that, like, was that being safe holding it out today? Or
Well, like backs, it takes some time to figure out what it is, and then sometimes it takes a couple days to get it back in alignment or so. So I don't know all the details, but that's just generally speaking. We had a couple backs over the last couple of days.
any decision on Josh Allen for Sunday?
No. So, and then just as it relates to today and then playtime overall, I would just tell you, we got to get through this practice, go back to the hotel, away from home, and go through the injury report and then reset the table for the game on Sunday night.
What are you hoping to accomplish here today? What if you had specific goals in mind? Give me a couple if you could.
Well, I think about, it's usually about this time of training camp where guys get tired of beating on each other, and sometimes with that, either fights break out or the intensity kind of dips a little bit. So it's a good time and place for us to go against another opponent, especially on the road. And in doing so, we come together a little bit more as a team, hang out a little bit more over the course of the trip, and then we can also see where we're at a little bit more as a team here.
The Bears obviously won't show all their cards, but how beneficial is it to face this kind of an offense with that kind of a quarterback, for your defense?
Yeah, very talented team, very talented, with their skill players offensively, Defense, they've been, kind of stockpiling some of those players as well. So, again, this will be a good test for us, and we get a chance to see where we're at here as a football team.
Sean, shipping that seems to follow these joint practices. So how did you address that with the team today?
Well, we talked about it a little bit. Really, nothing specific other than we're coming out here with a purpose, and I already mentioned what that purpose is. It's for us to grow a little bit closer as a team, and also for us to take another step as it relates to on the field as a team. So, it's a physical sport. It's going to be physical. From what I hear, it was rather physical against the Dolphins when they were out here, and so I would say that we should probably expect the same.
What's your relationship?
How much will the crispness or how good your units look today impact your decisions on playing time for Sunday?
Yeah, I would say in some cases it may. In other cases, it probably won't. Not to give you I'm not speaking in code, Chris. It's just where I'm at right now is we're probably going to have a few young players who, maybe play well today and look good, but they need more time, need more reps, more experience. So it'll probably end up on a case-by-case, player-by-player basis in terms of how we evaluate the play time.
What's your relationship with Coach Johnson?
Yeah, know him a little bit. Certainly have a ton of respect for him and his offensive acumen, and he's had a lot of success. A little bit of a trailblazer in some of the things he does. So I respect him and his his career. He's done a great job everywhere he's been, and now it's he's getting a chance to run an organization here. So looking forward to getting with him today and seeing how our teams compete.
With Tyler putting a little bit more on his plate, like how do you feel like he's kind of making it through his injury, and what's kind of like the long-term outlook here as we kind of move closer to the regular season?
Yeah. He's moving in the right direction. We're trying to take it, no pun intended, but one step at a time, where he is stationary and just kicking from a stationary position, then getting one step, and then two steps, and then into his approach. So we're really just trying to be smart and make sure we don't have a setback, and actually get him into a rhythm with the goal of him kicking at Tampa at this point.
Curtis and seeing him ramp up here.
Yeah, again, important piece. He's been out really most of camp, so the urgency needs to be there for all these guys, and Curtis no different. We need to see how he fits into our offense this year, and availability is important as well as special teams. So when you're not, wide receiver number one, that's true of everyone.
Physicality a couple times there in your answer. During camp, at one point, you said you wanted to see this team be a little more physical. How much of an emphasis is that today in particular?
It's really about being consistent with what we talk about with our messaging, and they know where I stand on that overall, and where we need to get to as a football team to have an identity and to win in the trenches. But it's not just in the trenches. It's, do your wide receivers block? Do they know who to block, and are they physical with their blocking? And can they sustain the blocks? You've heard me talk about before, do your corners tackle? So, we're really here trying to, I guess, in my mind, get more crusty, and
Crusty?
we'll see if that
Crusty?
happens today, and if we take another step.
Any impressions on T.J. Sanders and Deion Walker so far? I know it's early, but any early impressions you're forming?
You see the ability.
No.
Now it's really looking for them to continue with their ability to develop the techniques, but then also now backing that up with consistency, consistent approach, consistent, attitude, effort, those things, but also consistent performance.
Deciding for Josh in the preseason game, understanding it's a case-by-case basis, is there something you want to see from him today specifically that would make you feel good about him not playing? Or like with the Josh decision specifically since he sat out the last game?
Say that again.
He sat out the first preseason game. Is there something specific you want to see from him today?
No, I mean, just continue to sharpen, where he's at in his preseason journey. I think that's important. Certainly staying safe. I'll be with Josh on the offensive field for that reason, so that I have the whistle. and then Ben will be on, with his quarterback on the other field. So Josh has been in a good spot. It's just his continual development this this preseason, with making sure he feels good about where he's at, and with his receivers in particular. I think that's going to be big for us.
And really start to develop chemistry with Joshua Palmer with the more reps they've got.
Yeah, lately in particular, right, with Joshua pushing through a little bit the last couple of days when we were in Buffalo, and Joshua, I call Joshua and Josh. And so Joshua getting more and more comfortable with his role in our offense and what that really is and what that entails from a run standpoint, pass standpoint, and then, like I said, getting on the same page with Josh. I thought Joshua looked good the other day, making a couple of key catches and some of the move the ball periods, and pushing through some of the soreness he was working through.
What have you seen of the identity of this year's film so far?
It's hard to tell because I don't really think an identity's able to be formed in such
Crusty.
a short amount of time.
Crusty,
I would say
brother.
that and probably because of our core players like Josh.
Yes, I agree.
They're already connected to a pretty good extent. That said, I'm looking forward to some other guys getting into that kind of nucleus a little bit, and that'll happen over time, right? So, but just overall, it looks like we're doing some of the things that we've done. Now I'm looking for those things to exponentially take another step here.
Would you like to get some preseason time this go around, or is it something we're still kind of waiting?
Yeah, I would love to, if you could put him in a bubble. If you could guarantee me that he wasn't going to get hurt. Yeah, I mean, for every player, you'd love to be able to say, hey, let's get out there, let's play 3 good games, and we'll ramp you up each game, and so on and so forth. It's just really hard to say that for everybody they're in the same situation, right? So in Josh's case, really using practice to see where he's at and how he feels. And I'm giving him some ownership as well, which I think is important, right? He knows by now what he needs in order to be ready. And then this other piece over here is his time with healthy receivers. I think that's probably kind of that next chapter of the book right now as it relates to Josh's preseason overall.
Tyler Gray routine progressing, you guys feel
Yeah.
good about getting back to
Still in the protocol, so I can't say much. I saw him the other day, but he smiled, looked like he was in a better spot a little bit, but he's still in the protocol. So.
Sean, we haven't.
Around James' deal getting done, him being a part of this thing long term, knowing like how much you've talked about him being a leader.
Yeah, no, I feel like the players are happy for him. I mean, that's kind of the vibe of most locker rooms. They pull for each other in that regard. They don't. I think our guys did a really good job of, staying focused where they needed to stay and what they needed to stay focused on. But he's one of their teammates, so they're happy for him. I'm sure happy for his family also.
What does it mean for you to have that kind of the day-to-dayness of practicing class?
Yeah, I mean, you guys know it's, if you study hold-ins over the years, it's not good for teams, right, in terms of records and things. So the sooner we could get it done, the more satisfied I was going to be. Certainly understanding, things take some time once in a while. But part of my job is to limit and eliminate distractions for our football team.
Brandon noted that he was a little worried that it would be a distraction, but he didn't think it ended up being. How did you feel like the team handled it? I'm processing.
Well, anytime somebody's out missing and there's a contract situation, a hold-in, I mean, that's going to be a distraction. So what did it end up being, 4 practices or something like that, and then probably an additional 2 days off or whatever. So, but we move forward. Like I said, the players did a good job of keeping their focus where it needed to be, and same thing as the coaching staff and whatnot. So it's behind us now, and we move forward. Good. Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was head coach Sean McDermott. And I think the biggest question we have here is, how does one become crusty? Does anyone know where he was going with that? When asked about physicality, he said the goal here is to be crusty. I'm not sure about you guys, and maybe it's because I'm a 34-year-old man, and maybe I'm not as hip with the lingo as the young bucks. But I feel like anytime I've ever heard crusty before, it's typically something you don't want to be. But hey, you know what? If, for example, we go out to practice today and we see these dudes be crusty as hell, then things are going to be solid. I could only imagine he was coming from a good place. Crusty in his mind is a positive thing. That's the biggest question. That is the we have Roger Clark saying I'm old and crusty. No, you're not, Roger. Roger, you are not crusty. All right. Be kinder to yourself. Be kinder to yourself, man. Come on. All right. Listen, we have an updated IR, an injury report, which I think everybody's really excited to hear about. Here, let me go ahead and center myself here. What's encouraging is Dion Dawkins is back. So he had a back injury. It sounds like it wasn't all that bad because he's only missed maybe 2 practices. So he will be a full participant, which is ideal. We have out for practice. We have Shakir, Grable, Van Pran Granger, Max Harrison, and Cam Lewis. I think my biggest question is what the hell is going on with Cedric Van Pran Granger? It's been a calf, but it's been a lingering calf. Like this guy's missed 7, 8 practices, maybe even 10. I think that's something to look out for because that guy is potentially our insurance policy if, for example, Buffalo does not elect to extend Connor McGovern next offseason, right? Like, that's kind of concerning. I wish we had a bit more. I wish we had more clarity on that injury, but I suppose it is what it is. Limited is cool. We have Tyler Bass. We have Curtis Samuel, Shaq Thompson. We have Daquan Hardy, Cole Bishop, and Taylor Rapp, which is great for our safety room, especially for those of you that are still optimistic that Cole Bishop can potentially win this job. And we have Larry Ogunjobi, who allegedly has a foot injury that he caused on his last team last year. So that's something. And then same thing with Alec Anderson, who had some sort of knee procedure, I'd say midway or very early on into training camp by itself. Nothing too crazy, but that is the update on the injury report. So I'm trying to think what else really stood out. He was talking about TJ Sanders and Deion Walker. You see the ability. Now it's looking for them to continue to develop techniques, backing that up with consistency. I got to tell you, man, I love the technique I've seen from TJ Sanders, especially preseason week 1. With Deion Walker, he's so big. I really don't even think he needs a lot of technique, to be honest with you. He has that athletic advantage against a lot of offensive linemen he could potentially go up against. But I suppose technique would not hurt. Sounds like Josh Allen and the starters will play Sunday. Want to get through today first. No decision yet. No decision. My best guess is likely not. This play from James Cook, we've seen some of that. We are here to be more crusty. Okay, here you go. And then we have Dion Dawkins. So that's basically what we ended up hearing from the man himself, folks. Practice is set to begin here in about 20 minutes. Say that you're just tuning in, guys. I'm doing my best. And so to make sure that I keep you as entertained as humanly possible throughout this practice, I am dead set on keeping you informed. It's almost like you were in Chicago yourself viewing this Buffalo Bills team play football. You do not need to play catch up once you are off of work. You are going to be informed the second that it crosses my screen. Say that that is your cup of tea and say that you appreciate that. All I ask is that you just hit that thumbs up sign and say, for example, that you want to be a part of our live chat community. I also encourage that you subscribe and turn on bell notifications, man. We are building a live chat family here. I do my best to include everybody in the live chat. Let's talk ball, man. Let's talk ball. Makes me think of bread, LOL. Soft bread is easy to tear apart, but leave it out a while and crusty loaf is harder to break through. You know what? That is a beautiful way of looking at it, Jonathan. That's a beautiful way of looking at it, man. No bones about it. Deion Walker just needs some work on the squat rack and he will be golden. Look, I completely empathize with Deion Walker. Like, I am a gym rat, bro. Like, I work out for about an hour and a half to 2 hours each and every single morning, and I never skip leg day. But I do not have size on my legs to save my life. And I put up weight, too. It's nothing. I get it from Deion Walker. it's got to be a genetic thing for the most part, because like I've all but given up as far as gaining size on my legs. And so I do it all. I squat, lunge, and I squat a pretty healthy amount too. But for some reason, size on my legs have never like gone up, which is crazy. Something I'm self-conscious about, all right? All right, so we have Michigan just got fined $20 million for the sign stealing scandal. Interesting. Good morning, Dan, from sunny St. Cloud, Florida. For all the trolls out there, here's what the troll stands for. Totally rude, obnoxious, lousy loser. Woo, man, you tell him, my friend. Dan, how many Zyn rewards points do you have, bro? Surprisingly enough, I've never signed up for Zyn rewards. My buddy, he had enough Zyn rewards where like he was able to get super VIP to like this country music festival. So I think with how often I buy Zyn, I should probably sign up for it, because I guess the rewards are through the roof. Surprisingly enough, I think that I'm going to have to, one of these days I will put them down, right? It's better than vaping. And so I used to vape back in the day. So I guess that this is a tad better. But, I mean, we'll see. No bones about it. He's 6'7" with long legs. It's not about size. It's strength. Is Josh playing? If so, how long? He's going to be playing today during joint practice. He's going to be getting reps. Still no decision on whether or not that he plans on throwing him out there for the Sunday evening game. I'm going to assume probably not. Head coach Sean McDermott says that Tylen Grable, Cedric Van Pran Granger, Maxwell Harrison, and Cam Lewis will not practice today. Okay, we already saw that. A giant bobblehead of Walter Payton. Look at that. Shout out Sal, man. Shout out Sal, dude. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. All right, we have head coach Sean McDermott says when a player like James Cook is holding in, of course it's going to be a distraction. However, he feels the players and coaching staff did a good job of locking in, and now everybody can move forward. I think everybody in Bills Mafia is just thankful that we can move forward as well. It was a long and arduous 5 months of speculation. What is going through James Cook's head? What is going through Brandon Beane's head? Is James Cook going to be traded? Does he deserve $15 million a year? It was quite frankly exhausting. I cannot tell you how many streams I titled something to do with James Cook. I'm just so glad. I am just so glad. Dan, we are getting closer. Dave Rock 69. I know, man. I can smell it. The Garage Beer Hotline. The Garage Beer Hotline. Aren't you supposed to be in school, Matthew? What's going on, Matthew? Are you off today from school? That's okay. Don't worry. The Garage Beer Hotline may be open toward the end of practice. Say you guys are unfamiliar. What I do is I accept call-ins on the show in case anybody has any burning questions or something they need to get off of their chest about the Buffalo Bills. And then I react to it live on air. That is just one of the many benefits of hopping in with the family over here, man. 612 of you spending your morning with me. I got to tell you, I appreciate you. You have no idea. 317 of you are watching. Let's get this like button up to 317. I think that's not too much to ask for here, folks. Let's pull our weight. I'm consolidating each and every single piece of information for joint practice for the Buffalo Bills and the Chicago Bears. So you do not need to play catch up once you are off from work. In fact, you know what? It's been a second. Roll call in the chat right now. Do not be shy. I'm talking to all of the lurkers in the building. Everyone that's lurking right now. What corner of the United States are you tuning in from? What corner of the globe are you tuning in from? Roll call, roll call, roll call. 15 minutes until practice begins. Let's get a good understanding of where all my boys are tapping in from. I hope Josh plays next week. Haven't seen him play since 2021. He hasn't played many preseason snaps, man. Light of Truth, another great roundtable last night, Dan. Have you considered having Joe Marino join you for that as well? Yeah, dude, listen, I am open to have any Bills personality on. So I'm glad that you guys enjoyed the Bills Roundtable. That is a show that we ended up releasing just about 2 weeks ago. So feel free, if, for example, that you want to tap in after this stream. We ended up having an episode last night. It's called Joint Practice Preview, and then also the preseason Week 2 preview. Highly recommend you tap in. It's me, Kevin, it's Z-Bot, and then it's Bill's Bunker. So say, for example, that you guys are wanting to check that out and show a little bit of love. highly recommend that you do so. Heart of South Buffalo, guys, do not be shy. Roll call. Let's get it going. All right, man. We have Ontario, New York. Let's go Buffalo. We have Buffalo motivated. He's liking it. How many fights in practice today? Probably a lot. We have Ontario, Canada is in the building. Clearwater, Florida from Lackawanna, Ontario, Canada, Erie, Pennsylvania, Denver, Colorado is in the building. Go Bills. Martin, what's going on, man? Hope all is well. Bowling Green, Kentucky. Jupiter, Florida is in the building. Man, I love seeing the lurkers come in and show a little bit of love. Kansas, Weston is in here. Lived in Buffalo, but just moved out here to Hamlin with my wifey. Dude, I'm so glad to hear that the move went well for you. Kentucky is in the building. Fort Mill, South Carolina, Chuck Howard. Hope all is well. I am in school, Dan. Can't watch as often and call in as often. Sadly, go Bills, South Florida. No problem, man. That's what I'm talking about. Cold Springs, Buffalo. What's up, Dan? Greenville, South Carolina. Keith, what's going on? I love Greenville. It's beautiful out there. Crusty is definitely a Pauly Shore type of word. Exactly. Be good, do good. God bless. Go Bills. Absolutely. We have Austin, Texas is in the building. Singapore is in the building. Super chat. First super chat of the day. Dan, having trouble with Patreon. How do you use it? And what's the new CFB show called? Go Jets. Just checking in from Indiana. All right. First off, man, thank you so much for your contribution to the channel. You are the absolute man. So Patreon, what happens for Roundtable Sports? Once you sign up for Patreon, you will go to the wall of all of our posts, and the pin post on Patreon has all of the links for each and every single Roundtable show. That is when you are able to call in. It's the exact same link all year long. Feel free to just look for that. And then when we're live on Fourth and Forever, or we're live on the AFC East, or say, for example, you wanted to call into the NFC West Roundtable, you're free to do so. And then Roundtable CFB, good option here. We actually have that Mondays and Thursdays, and I have that link in the description as well. So this is the show. It's myself and Jay Tuck. We had an episode last night, so certainly go on ahead. If you guys are college football fans, we were breaking down everything college football over at the Roundtable College Football Show. So shout out to everybody that's been showing a little bit of love. And shout out to NY Jets Indy for the wonderful super chat. We got Velcro. Florida is in the building. Allentown, Pennsylvania. I love that. The United States is founded. I love it. Tampa, Florida is in the building. What is going on? Lackawanna, New York. Worcester, Massachusetts. What is going on? Malden, South Carolina. Dom, what's going on with you, man? Hope all is well. Eastside, Buffalo, Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Man, look at that, man. Guys, we go crazy. Roundtable, check it out, Mafia. For sure. We have Brian Gallagher, Oswego, New York, near Binghamton, just 2.5-hour drive from Buffalo. I'm late, but what is practice looking like? Have no fear, Sheriff, because it is set to start in about 12 minutes. We just heard from Sean McDermott. We got an update on the injury report and a couple of other tidbits. Sean McDermott wants us to be more crusty, whatever that means. But have no fear, man. We're about to go on ahead and keep you up to date. It's almost home for lunch, still lurking in the van. What is up, Dan? Hanging out, man, doing the thing. Darth, if you want to build your legs, start speed skating, LOL. Other than that, and your legs get a lot of exercise from walking around. You know what, man? Maybe I just got to start, like walking like 5 miles a day around the neighborhood or something like that. Like, who knows? Who knows, man? I think that might have to be it. Buffalo motivated. We have the best fan base, 1,000%. I agree with you. Louisiana, what up, Dan Carlos, my guy? What is going on? What's going on, boys? All right. Let's get this going. Bears Peyton logo in Fieldhouse, also protected like a hockey locker room. It stands at the 34-yard line. Walter Payton, well-deserved. An absolute NFL legend. Never mind a Bears legend. An NFL legend. James Cook contract details. We've already unpacked that ad nauseum. Wide receiver Curtis Samuel needs some urgency in returning to practice. He's hoping for the best here. We have Robert Redbird Jr. Carnegie, Oklahoma in the house. Robert Redbird Jr. Go Bills. Robert, what's going on, my friend? Hope all is well. And walk with ankle weights. Man, you know what? Maybe what I need is just calf implants. You know what I mean? Like maybe calf implants is what's going to get it done. I'm telling you, man, like I've been seriously lifting weights since I was like 18, like 19 years old, and nothing. So that's it. We have DJ Finesse. I am off today at the crib doing yard work. I'm getting my bills fixed in. Well, it's my boy DJ Finesse right over there, man. He's doing some yard work here and there. I appreciate that. I am dead set on keeping you entertained while you go through with that. Forestville, New York, lunchtime. We have Jason Tamper. Yes, sir. Game is televised preseason or not. I'm needing it. I believe it is because it's the only game that's playing on Sunday evening. It's going to be televised, man. Rest in peace, Sweetness. Great player, great man. Indeed. Indeed, folks. We have 10 minutes right before the Buffalo Bills and the Bears are set to take the practice field, folks. And I'm going to make sure that you guys are as informed as anybody, as if you were live in Chicago witnessing everything that happened in camp. 328 of you are rocking with me on YouTube. Hit that thumbs up sign and lock on in. Yes, sir. Game is televised preseason. And not. I'm needing it. I'll tell you what, man. We're going to be good. You got to do calf raises to build the calves. Trust me. Trust me, my friend. Like when I tell you that I have done everything I could to build my legs, I haven't skipped a leg day ever. Yeah, dude. Calf raises, one leg calf raises, lunges like crazy. Dude, you know what? Like maybe I just like need to try something different and give you guys an update right on the tree trunks. You know what I'm saying? Because right now, like what I want to be is like a nice thick oak. But now they're like those super skinny pine trees that like you see down in South Carolina. You know what I mean? That's kind of what it is. I heard Larry Ogunjobi is a cut candidate. Brad Gallagher. Interesting. Where did you hear that? He has a bit of a foot injury. He's suspended for 6 games. I haven't heard that, but who knows? Start taking creatine. I do. And so I literally take TRT. You know what I'm saying? It's still nothing. Start taking creatine. Speed skaters know how to get legs for sure. Big Daddy D. Maybe you just got to get a little more crust on those legs. You're right. Maybe I got to be a little more crusty on leg day. You know what I mean? And so according to Sean McDermott, you got to do steroids. Hey, look at that. Bob is looking awfully swole this season. He's small as hell. Bro. He has nothing. She finds you crusty, Dave. I'll convince her. We have Bearded Johnson in here. Shout out to who is Scooby-Doo? Oh, man. How does one become more crusty? That's the question of the stream here, folks. And so I've been doing these calf raises that are impeccable to the human eye. They called hummingbirds Dennis Reynolds. Imperceptible to the human eye. They're called hummingbirds Dennis Reynolds. Dude, it's my guy. Shout out Bearded Johnson, man. Yeah, dude. He's been an OG of the channel for quite some time. I can tell you that much. Martin has come in. Hey, Dan, I hope Bob isn't getting crusty. He's not getting crusty. There's no way, man. He's not allowed. He just ended up getting a contract extension himself. Maybe they cut Larry after his suspension is up and we re-sign him. Perhaps. Who knows? Who needs a big peen when you have massive calves? Wow. Look at that. Man. Look at that. Have to hit 3 sets of leg lifts and calf raises and hamstring curls every day. It's every day, someone's saying. Well, okay. So normally what I do is that, so I go every day, 7 days. So Mondays are chest and tries. You have Tuesdays back and buys, Wednesdays shoulders, Thursday legs. And then I go back to like my normal split. So maybe what I need to do is just do one singular leg exercise each and every single day on the chest, back, and shoulder day as well. Maybe that's what I have to do. I will let you know. Dan over under Allen touchdown for the season, early predictions. So we talking passing or total? So with total, I think it's probably pretty obvious to say that he will get over 40. Passing, 31, 32, I think. Last play of the season, blitz on the right side, unblocked. Who was responsible? Josh, O-line, or coordinator? Hate to dive in the past. Last play of the season, blitz on the right side, unblocked. Who was responsible? Josh, offensive line, or the coordinator? Tab is bringing up PTSD for me. I'm going to have to look at the play again, but so the Chiefs brought everybody. Like, that was a lot of pressure. I probably put it on Josh, to be honest with you, because like he didn't shift his protection, perhaps. But no sense in living in the past. Bob can't do leg day. He's mostly a chest guy, for sure. Dude is exclusively an upper body type guy. Chest and core, arm and leg days don't exist for Bob, for sure. That's it. It's just chest day. Yeah, you got to do legs every other day. That's it. All right, listen, man. Dude, I'm locking in. I'm locking in. By November, y'all are going to see some damn thick-ass oak tree trunks down here, baby. That's what we're going to see. The Bears practice field house. Look at that. So are the Buffalo Bills practicing inside today? Pretty bare inside. Oh, okay. Look at that. Have some dad jokes locking in real fast. I can appreciate that. Looking for my good new friend, Keon Coleman, to have a big breakout day today. He will make an impact. Let's go, Keon, and go Bills. Robert, tell you what, man, a lot of us are hoping the best for year 2 of Keon Coleman. As a dancer, we do leg day every single day. Keep picking on Bob, and he'll turn pitch black and start. Oh, my God. So you're saying Bob is going to be like one of those Marvel characters. The Void is what you're saying. Hopefully not. It's the constant simulation to make them grow. It's the constant stimulation. Yeah, you're right, dude. You know what? Like, so tomorrow's shoulder day, I'll probably just do some squats, and then I'll do leg day afterwards. You're right. I'm committing. I am committing to having some saucy ass legs. So if you're not on gear, don't do legs every other day. Weight training your legs and with your other day won't allow your muscles to recover and grow. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right, man. I feel like I just need to accept it. And so my legs are still strong. And so I put up weight. It's just size isn't there. You know what I mean? It's weird. Anthony is coming in. Tab account. It is some of Josh's fault for not shifting the line and some of the offensive's line fault for not also IDing the blitzer. X, it's Josh for sure. He should have waited a bit to see more, and there was 20 seconds on the play clock. Statement, if Bob had arms, he could still kick Dan's ass. Relax, man. Like, you're begging for Bob to get a beating on stream right now, and it's not even the regular season. What the hell is going on? I come in and see what's new with the Bills, and Dan's talking about getting thick. A bunch of gym rats concerned about Dan's legs. I see Dan workout page coming. Not subbing. No, I will not have a workout page. I will not have a workout page. That is something I will never do. I promise you that. I promise you that. So the closest thing that like you will ever see to physique content is when the Buffalo Bills are losing and I rip my shirt off to give them good luck. That is the only thing. And I'm not even sure if that's something I'm still going to do this year. I think that was in 2024. I might leave it in 2024. Let me see. Watched Madden Simulation Bills Ravens game number 1 last night. Ravens went up 10-3. Then it was back and forth. Bills up, Ravens up, etc. But Bills finally prevailed 41-34. Cook had over 100 plus yards. Let's talk about that. Kincaid, as a number 1 draft pick, has to make that catch right through his hands. Josh did what he had that he could do. Dan has them stay at home. Yo, relax, bro. Relax, man. All right? Dan, release the workout routine. No, I can't do it. Dan's taking lessons from V-Shred. Absolutely not, Tyler. Absolutely not. And Bob's over there looking at you like you're crazy. I am. LMAO, you guys are brutal today. Dude, practice start right now, man. Like right now, I'm just getting bullied by my lack of leg gains right now. Like we need something to damn react to. For the love of God, give me something. Okay, so apparently Bills-Bears joint practice is open to the public. Quite a few people are here filling up the stands. I was given the impression earlier this week that that was not the case. Sorry, but it obviously is. Bears fans are locking in, man. They are there. I wonder if any Bills fans have made the trek, or local Chicago fans or local Bills fans residing in Chicago might be there. Dan skips leg day and uses 3 milligrams in. My kind of guy. Dude, stop with the slander. Stop with the slander. Don't feel bad, Dan. One leg is bigger than the other, and there's nothing I can do about it. Darth, hey, man, look. Like, y'all have motivated me, and so I need this. Watch out. Watch out, my friend. So my thighs are going to rival Thigh Doc eventually, okay? As long as you don't go from shirtless Dan to pantless Dan, we are good. Yeah, there's no way I'm going to do that. Yeah, there's no way I'm going to do that, bro. Not at all. And so I'm not trying to embarrass you guys. We need a double-digit sack guy, and the last one was Leonard Floyd, who was the last. Who's your best guess to get there? Floyd was the last double-digit, and like he was at 10, I wanted to say. He was 10 and a half. I think my pick is Bosa, as long as he can stay healthy. As long as he can stay healthy. Stay-at-home mom legs just killed me. Holy shit. Ease up on Dad. He does all the leg work for the Don Mafia Report. You're right, man. Tell Rich Brady did beat the Jets in the playoffs in 07. Get his facts right. We have Tom Brady 12. Dude, I have never met a guy that has more of a hatred for the New York Jets than my boy Tom Brady 12. Like, my boy hates the Jets. Like, he calls into my show spewing hate for the Jets, man. And that's great. But I got to say, man, like, that hatred runs deep. Bosa will get it. Groot should finally get it too. Hopefully. Hopefully. Josh got that first down. I will die on that effing hill. I know. It breaks my heart just thinking about it as well. Let's go, Buffalo. I am in the same boat, Dan. I feed the calves, but they just don't grow. It's genetics, man. It's genetics. Maybe that's just me telling myself that. It's real smoke with the Patriots. Here we go, folks. Bills Bears joint practice is underway. Shout out to Josh for tapping in. Oh, hold up. I don't want that. Here. Come on now. Come on. All right. All right, Buffalo, what do you got? What do you got? Go cook the Chicago Bears defense. Make Caleb Williams look like a JV player out there. I don't care about their offensive line. I don't care about their new additions. Give me something to be excited about, but more importantly, no injuries, for the love of God. All right? I feel like with our injury report being predominantly limited, I think that's a good sign. Let's not add anybody else. Bosa is healthy. If Bosa can stay healthy, man, like, he's probably going to be that dude. He's probably going to be that dude for me. Last couple of seasons where he played like 15, 16 plus games, he had 10 over. And if he could just be that dude for us, man, please lock in. So I have a feeling this is the year we're going to see dominance from the D-line. They will be closing out some games for sure. I hope so. I need it. I need it. I need it. I need it, brother. I need it. All right, come on. Let's get some Pellegrino in my system. Some Zinachino 3%. And someone was shitting on me for using Zin 3%. All right, come on. Come on, man. Bears-Bills practice is underway. And the Chicago people are out there. Yo, where's my boy Scott Blakely? And so I wonder if Scott was out there, man. Scott, this was a perfect opportunity to go see the boys play a little ball on this beautiful Friday afternoon up in Chicago. But I do think that he mentioned he was going to the game on Sunday, so that's even better. Thanks for the response, guys. I asked the question because if we are to win the Super Bowl, Josh has to play better in those moments. I think Mahomes stepped up in that moment. Yeah, it's definitely a game of inches, right? Like, would Josh have been in that position if Christian Benford were to go down? Probably not, but we'll never know. It's very small and intricate situations that our team is often put in. He probably should have shifted the protection. He didn't, but we're going to see. Have the Velo 9 milligram got to level up. Oh, no, dude. No way. No way. I would be buzzing my ass off if I did. a 9%. Lions are going to decimate the fish tomorrow. Kind of can't wait to watch that. It sounds like the Lions have been absolutely cooking the Miami Dolphins all day in joint practice, rather all week, but we will see. The Bears suck. Oh, man. Chicago Bears. Those poor people over in Chicago. Okay. Bills break team huddle as they prep for joint practice. Ladies and gentlemen, smash that like button. Practice is officially beginning. Let's wait for some updates, man. I think all of us are looking for that nobody goes down with an injury, but more importantly, I would like to see a couple of wins. I really, really would. And I would like to see some wins against some of their best players, for example. Like, I would love for one of our wide receivers that's actually available at this moment have an appropriate rep against Jalen Johnson. Wouldn't that be cool? Quality corner, and several of us wanted Jalen Johnson to be a Buffalo Bill a time ago. But yeah, like, let me see that. Like, let me see Ed Oliver and Daquan Jones and TJ Sanders win a rep against that interior offensive line, right? Like, get pressure on Caleb Williams. Trey White, make a play on Roma Dunze. Benford, dominate DJ Moore. That's what I want. That's what I want. Taron Johnson, make a play on Luther Burden. Damn, baby. Come on now. Let's get it going. If Dan does 9 milligram, he'll buzz so hard, he'll turn into a damn bumblebee. We have Jalen is injured. Oh, he's injured. Okay. Well, thank you, Alex Stewart. I appreciate for the update. Good morning, Bills Mafia. Christopher, what's going on, my friend? 347 of you are in here rocking with me right now, folks. In case you're wondering, I'm consolidating each and every single piece of information that comes out of camp, almost to mimic the fact that you were there in person. So you are living vicariously through some of the media members and fans that are in attendance. If that's your cup of tea, guys, do me a favor and hit that thumbs up sign, because I'm sure there's several Bills fans out there that would be interested in tapping in. Dion Dawkins is back at practice. He was dealing with a back flare-up. There he is, folks. He's good to go. He's ready. He's ready to protect QB1. He's ready to do his thing. All right, here we go. I cannot wait for some updates. I really hope these beat reporters don't let us down. Good morning, Bills Mafia. Smash that like button. Hit that notification bell. Mike Grain. The best damn mod money could buy. Him and Dwayne. All right, guys. I am going to warm up the coffee. I'm going to use the restroom, and I will be right back. Smash that like button as you are filing in. Coffee, baby. The Bears versus the Bills. We have Brad coming in saying, I feel like Ed Oliver is overrated. Like to see him produce like we seem to think that he can. Ooh, Sean's not liking that one. So I like Ed Oliver. And so I think that he's wildly productive for us. I do think that he's much better when he has quality, like one tech defensive tackle play next to him. But yeah, he's a dog. He's a dog. Make no mistake. Make no mistake, man. All right, let's go. Dion Dawkins is back. That is the latest update so far. Dan needs Bob merch. Would y'all buy Bob merch? If that's the case, we could probably do that. I'm looking forward to this joint practice. Hopefully your updates aren't super biased. JT is coming in. I could only imagine that he is a Bears fan. Well, let me tell you something about this, JT. Like normally during the preseason, I'm not biased at all. I am not biased at all because really all I care about is individual performances, not particularly team like performances. So have no fear. If you are a Bears fan, one thing I would like to point out to you, shameless plug here. So I own a sports media company called Roundtable Sports. And we happen to have a show I think you might be all about. It's called the NFC North Roundtable. What we do is that we pin a Bears fan, Lions fan, Packers fan, and a Vikings fan together for a weekly debate show on Tuesday evening. I'm not sure if you were familiar with Just Another Year Chicago, but he is our Bears representative, and they go at it each and every single week discussing what is happening across the NFC North. It is an incredible show. It is one of our first shows we ever dropped on the network. Highly recommend you go give it a shot. This right here was the most recent episode. There's Nick right there. I have no idea where Dion was. There he is. He's in his car. Over there. Come on, Dion. All right, yeah, but definitely go check out the NFC North Roundtable and go check out all of the Roundtable shows that we have over here. And we have JT saying, I am already subbed. Good, man. That's my guy. That's my guy, man. Shout out to my dude, man. I am here to make sure you guys stay entertained. If you are a college football fan, then also go check out our college football channel. That channel is linked in the description. And the Bills Roundtable, go subscribe to the Bills Roundtable show as well. So you're starting a baseball roundtable next year. We were flirting with it, Josh. We were flirting with it this year. We had it, but like, so we pay our creators like on a per episode basis. So we couldn't find the budget for it, but hopefully next year we will be able to have some pretty quality baseball creators we're thinking about putting in. Boo! Parrish, what up, man? JK, much love, Dad of Bills Mafia. Shout out to Parrish, man. What's going on, dude? Hope all is well. It's been a while. We're glad you're tapped back in with us. Dan, I would buy a shirt with your face and Zin Bills logo, Bob, maybe even RotoWire. Thank you, dude. And I already watched that. You know it. Have the MMA roundtable with UFC moving to CVS. Yeah, dude. We want to do a lot over here, but it's all about budget, right? Like we were able to afford like a new college ball show, like a Bills roundtable show this year, but that's the plan, dude. That's the plan. Is to have an MMA, is to have basketball, is to have baseball, is to have everything. Like we want to make sure that like y'all stay entertained. So I will keep you guys up to date. If we decide to launch one of these bad boys, I will let you guys know. But here we are. I like hearing both sides of teams. Bills are contenders, so I don't mind hearing what a winning team is like. Hey, man, listen, I've been on record. I've gone on record before saying that I am high on the Chicago Bears this year. I'm very high. Elijah Moore is back, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, that shifty wide receiver is back. Hopefully he makes some plays. So far, he's been pretty dominant in the short and intermediate game. Obviously, he's been injured. I think we're all hoping that he can make a statement today out in practice. Quick hot take: we need to re-sign Amari Cooper. For me, so I think that there's a reason why he hasn't been re-signed, and I think it has to do with his recovery timeline. It sucked because I do think that Amari Cooper, if he wasn't injured, I feel like he would have been a way larger impact for this offense. But it was known that he was playing with a broken wrist or a significant wrist injury that required surgery, but obviously he was a dog and he played anyway. I feel like what we have on this team and Joshua Palmer is the exact type of player, somebody who can play on the outside. He's a great route runner. He creates separation, has quality hands. I feel like adding Amari now would be redundant, but I appreciate that hot take. And so I appreciate that hot take, man. Excited to see the new Bills look with the red helmets. Should have never got rid of them in the first place. Well, so depending on how the Buffalo Bills season goes, I think there's a possibility we're only going to be seeing, and so our backups because more than likely we will be resting our starters on week 18. Say that I'm a gambling man. But yeah, so I wish we had the red helmets back a lot earlier than week 18, but of course, here we are. Dirty Dan 716. Dan, I would cover MMA for you. Fan for 20 years, and I train. Okay. All right. All right, man. I like that. They have made significant upgrades over Cooper. Haven't heard about Palmer. He's been solid so far. So do you feel like we got lucky against the Ravens last year in the playoffs? If the Ravens didn't have the turnovers, I feel like we would have gotten blown out. So Lamar outperformed Josh by a mile. No, because like when it comes into turnovers, man, it is a part of the game, right? Like that's not just something that's lucky. Like that actually requires skill. Taking the football away and making sure you hit appropriately, and causing pressure and disguising coverages enough to where like you can see those ugly interceptions. A lot of the times it has to do with how the defense is portraying themselves. So no, not at all. I think that we were the better team. And so I think that we were the better team during the regular season, but we just had 4 to 5 players out right on the defensive side of the football. And during that playoff game, we had a full team. So I still believe that we were always the better team, and the better team won. Raymond has come in. I heard a rumor that they are talking about bringing the cheerleaders back. What say you? I feel like I'm indifferent about it. So I know we haven't seen the Jills since like 2013, I think. Is that right? So it is what it is. And so I don't think it really adds anything to the dynamic. And so our fan base is just so crazy. I feel like we have, like 70,000 plus cheerleaders in the stands each and every single game. I'm good. Like, yeah, I could care. Should have done the red helmets versus Miami week 3 and then in their classic whites. I'm biased because I want to see that in person, right? That's what I'm talking about. Super Bowl films. You are wrong. He didn't play better than Josh Allen. But I don't want to see, and I'm sure we all don't want to see the talks of making a full guy cheerleading squad. Is anybody making a full guy like cheerleading squad? I mean, it took me a minute to warm up to the red helmets. I love the currents. Was so glad they brought them back, but I think the new stadium, the red, needs to come back in general. Whoo, baby, I like that. Curtis Samuel is limited today, folks. That's good to see that he's taking some reps. I don't think he'll be a part of any team reps, but here he goes. We have Tremaine Edmonds out there, former Buffalo Bill. Who never really lived up to his first round selection. It's crazy, right? It's crazy how he hasn't lived up to his production. 386 of you are in the building right now, folks. What we are doing is that I am consolidating each and every single update that comes out of Bill's practice in Chicago today. So say, for example, that you would like to remain informed while you're going about your workday. I could only imagine. Just please do me a favor and hit that thumbs up sign. That is the only way, or that is one of the easiest ways to show some support, because I want to make sure that every Bills fan that would like to be informed is informed. And how we do that is we all pull our weight and we hit that thumbs up. I think we can lock it out. Dante has come in. We're living in the age of Babylon, so of course they are going to have an NFL male cheerleader squad. Ramey is coming in saying, surprise, Bills first rounder lives up to expectations. Surprise, Bills first rounder doesn't live up to expectations. Ugh. Yikes. So I thought the reason Josh won MVP was because he sucks compared to Lamar. No. So the reason that Josh ended up winning MVP was what he was able to do without any other superstar on his roster. Some people might say James Cook, but like when James Cook was out there for 45% of the snaps, and all offseason long, all we ever heard was, oh, haha, it's the Buffalo Bills wide receiving core. What do they have? What Josh was able to do in getting 40-plus touchdowns with a bunch of no-names at the wide receiver position, it's clear that he meant more to the team than what Lamar meant over to the Baltimore Ravens. Like, so this whole thing, and there's no disrespect to Lamar Jackson. Not at all. He's a quality player. But don't you find it funny that Ryan Tannehill, that one year when Tennessee was absolute world beaters, that Ryan Tannehill was often a part of the MVP conversation? Like, people were so high on Ryan Tannehill. They're like, oh my God, he's dominating out there. Like, it's because Derrick Henry was out on the field. Like, why do you think that Tennessee Titans year where wide receivers were wide open, especially in the pass game, why do you think that was the case? It's because defenses always had to account for Derrick Henry in the backfield. That's why Baltimore Ravens wide receivers led the league in average separation at each and every single snap. Like, that's why. I'm not taking away anything from Lamar Jackson. He's a top 3 quarterback in this league. He's very, very good. But so when you see like Ryan Tannehill like be a part of MVP conversations a couple of years ago, it's kind of a common denominator. You know what I mean? So that's sort of where I'm at. 2025 human beings are the softest in the history of the world. Congrats if you were alive now. I like that. I like that. Josh Boss hogged his way to the MVP. And the world is the worst it's been since World War II. What are you talking about? Oh, my God. Vegas is in the house. Lamar won an MVP with Tyrod Taylor numbers. Ravens fans really mad at Josh. Get the hell out of here. Dan, roll the clip for the non-believers. All right. Former linebacker Tremaine Edmonds is out there doing his work. Tremaine Edmonds. We see the Bears and the Buffalo Bills are deep into their warm-ups. I'm excited to see all of this, man. Let's see what we got. Dan, you watched Bustin' with the Boys interview with Beane and Josh, an all-time classic. I certainly did. I did not miss it. Dan, love what I saw from Hoyts. Sucks he won't be available for like 6 weeks, but he will contribute big time when he returns. I'm interested in hearing some of your D-line packages depending on the sit. Starters, I think, is going to be pretty easy. It's going to be Greg Rousseau. It's going to be Ed Oliver, Daquan Jones. And then it's also going to be Joey Bosa for like your first, second down guys. Third and long and passing downs, I would love to see Ed Oliver and TJ Sanders in the interior. Once Hoyt is available, I'd probably end up repurposing Hoyt with Greg on those. Still Joey Bosa right on the outside. Perhaps even Javon Solomon. Solomon might not be the best in first and second down situations, but he is a quality pass rusher for his size. So there is so many things that like you could do. Goal line stuff or red zone stuff. I wouldn't mind rotating in Deion Walker occasionally since he's such a big body. I think that would be pretty solid. I'm fine with implementing Landon Jackson in like for sure rundowns as well because he's very quality in run defense. Still want him to be a bit better in pass rush, but that's me. I can barely contain myself. Damn. I think the run against the Chiefs and Amari pitch play were Josh's convincing MVP plays. For sure. For sure, man. I think that's where it is. I think that is where it is. We have NFL Production is in the building. Yo, what's good? What's up, NFL Production? Hope all is well. 781 of you are in the chat right now. 378 of you are on YouTube, guys. Do me a favor, hit that thumbs up sign. We are doing our best over here to keep you informed of everything that is happening on the practice field. And we're creeping up to 2 hours on stream as well. Thanks for going live, man. No problem, dude. No problem, man. Listen, I would be locked in on my computer screen regardless, just trying to figure out what's happening at practice anyway. So might as well be live, you know? I'm ready to see a Bills versus Lions Super Bowl. I'm not complaining about the success the Chiefs have had, but damn, that would be the best Super Bowl in 60 years, hands down. I mean, dude, listen, I feel like a lot of America wants to see that. Two teams that have never won the Super Bowl before, both on the Rust Belt. It's the Lake Erie Bowl. Two teams that have known nothing but pain, 110%. Sign me up, my friend. Dan, how are we feeling about the Cook signing? Solid, you know? So I think it's the best of both worlds. So it gives James Cook that guaranteed that he was looking for. And there's basically an out, like right after year two. Say, for example, that Buffalo does want to move on. with very limited cap implication. So I think it's a win-win for everybody, right? He's sitting at like 11.5 million a year. So when it comes into AAV, and while I don't care about that very much, I know a lot of people care about that. So I think it's a solid deal, man. And so it helped out the Buffalo Bills too. Like we were able to add $2.3 million onto our potential spend rate in 2025 already. So things are solid. Keep the role players in game action in case the numbers get called. I agree. Oh, 7-on-7s here, baby. We already got something here. 7-on-7 first play for Bills offense. It is a nice game down the field to Dalton Kincaid between defenders. Second play complete to Kincaid as well. Folks, here we go. Here we go, baby. Dalton Kincaid is being locked in on Bills Bears practice. First 7-on-7 play, Dalton Kincaid. Sounds like Josh Allen's out there hanging some meat. And I think we can all appreciate that. All right. I'm sorry. I'm getting excited. I know that this is a family-friendly channel. Sincerest apologies. There are two fields, 7-on-7 occurring on both, each offense operating on a different field. First play for Bills offense is a nice game or a nice pass downfield. Allen zips one to Kincaid for a nice gain to start 7-on-7. Come on. Come on, baby. This is the kind of stuff that gets me jazzed up, folks. This is the kind of stuff that gets me jazzed up. Now, give me some 11-on-11 wins. 7-on-7s are obviously here. Each offense operating on a different field. We've seen this. Allen zips one to Kincaid. Let's get it going. We have Midnights come in saying, what has been happening? Have no fear. My friend, practice has just begun. The first play we have heard thus far has been this. Things are great. Is Christian Benford the most underrated cornerback in the NFL? I got his jersey ready for the Chiefs game, and I will be in the end zone. I think you can make an argument for that. He is a quality player. What time is it in Chicago? 10:56. Correct. Yes, indeed. I am also located in Central Time, so I can confirm. There you go. There you go, brother. It is in Chicago. Cole Bishop and Taylor Rapp are both on the field together in the first 7-on-7 period. So it sounds like they're not as limited as we initially thought. That is interesting. Shout out to Sal for all of the updates. You love to see it. You love to see it. What time is it in Chicago? 10:56. Yes, it is. Guys, 789 of you in here, 372 on YouTube. Smash that like button for me. Easiest way to show a little bit of love on the show. Let's get up in here. Cook, significantly needed. Yes, indeed. Joe Andreessen with a real nice pass breakup. He is doing whatever this man can do. Whatever this man can do to really be a name on this roster. Not so much make the team. He's made the team. But he's trying to prove to Bills fans that, say, for example, that somebody were to go down, that he could really step up. I am an advocate for Joe Andreessen and his story. There's no question about this. Cole Bishop, Taylor Rapp, both on the field together for 7-on-7s. That is solid. So the Seattle chapter of Bills Mafia is here for it. Tom, what's going on, man? Bills Mafia tuning in from Seattle, Washington. That is awesome, man. I hope you are having a beautiful Friday, August 15th. I am so glad that I am able to keep you informed of everything that is happening in Bills Bears joint practice. Man, you got to love it, dude. You got to love it. Nobody can complain about this beautiful Friday. Sunday night at Bills Bears, we're going to get some more. Have Andreessen with a pass breakup, 7-on-7 against the Bears' second team. That's ideal. Former Bills linebacker, just 27 years old as he enters his 8th NFL season. I always forgot how young Tremaine Edmonds is. Being 27 going into your 8th season is crazy work. Suppose that's just how early he was drafted. Why is Jalen Waddle trending? I'm just curious. Oh, man, of course. Some more Waddle hype, I see. Only to be upset. And the only thing I want to hear is defensive line getting sacks and pressure on the team's quarterback. You and I both, man. Like, that is probably my biggest concern for this team going into 2025. And not even so much of a concern, because I would say that I'm optimistic about it. I'm optimistic about this team. But what is it going to look like in actual execution? I think that's the game plan. Joe Andreessen, ready to go. We have Joe Andreessen is trying to ensure that Terrell Bernard stops this injury-prone nonsense. Sometimes competition keeps guys healthy. I mean, hey, whatever works, for the love of God. You know what I mean? Bear Down is in the chat. What's up, dude? Hope all is well. Hope all is well. Listen, I have a recommendation for you. If, for example, you are a Bears fan, I highly recommend you go check out the NFC North Roundtable. What I did and my business partners, we pinned a Bears fan, Lions fan, Vikings fan, and Packers fan against each other for a weekly debate show. All right? Like, they sit there and they go at each other's throats all the damn time, talking about everything that is happening in the NFC North. So shout out to the NFC North Roundtable and go give them a little bit of love and tap on in. It is one of our most successful shows on the network, so check it out. 27 is nuts. He was taking the same draft as Josh was. Brad, and do you think Tyreek Hill is still in Miami at the end of the year? Yeah, my hot take is that Tyreek Hill is traded by the trade deadline. I think that's okay. Former Bears quarterback Mitch Trubisky nearly picked off by Jeremiah Walker. Then Roma Dunze makes a great leaping catch from Caleb Williams for a sound gain. Have some updates for the Bears, baby. The Bears and the Buffalo Bills defense. Something to unpack right there. Bears quarterback Mitch Trubisky, Bears former quarterback, nearly picked off by Jeremiah Walker. Then Roma Dunze makes a great leaping catch from Caleb Williams for a sound gain. That's good. That's good stuff right there, folks. Andreessen / Buffalo Joe, local talent from Lancaster. Keep up the good work. He is gone. Yeah. I have a feeling that Tyreek is going to be traded by the trade deadline, because that's how little of confidence I have right in the Miami Dolphins this year. Like, last place for Miami, that's where I'm at. And that's not me even trolling. It's hard for me to find a path for this team to not finish dead last in the division, barring some sort of crazy injury. I think that's kind of where my headspace is. 800 total in the chat. Holy shit. 800 of you are in here. 418 on X, 368 on YouTube. And I can't forget about my boys over at The Book. At The Book, baby, or Facebook. 13 on Facebook, 1 on Twitch. Shout out to my one lone soldier on Twitch. That's crazy. I'm not going to lie. Also, Jay Brisker with back-to-back pass breakups on Josh Allen. Thank you so much. Please let me know. Please let me know if you're getting any other pieces of information. Jay Brisker, back-to-back PBUs, because this is actually super beneficial to us. So we appreciate that. But Dan, he's running wind sprints. Is there any word about Derek Forrest? We might need him because of injuries to Bishop and Rapp. He hasn't really been standing out. I would be very surprised if he goes from that. Josh Allen's picked off by Byard. I forgot that Byard's on this squad. Let me see. Both the Bills starting safeties are also practicing on the field 7-on-7. Josh Allen picked by Kevin Byard was trying to hit Kincaid deep, but ball slightly underthrown. Byard, nice play, snatch. Kincaid still almost took it away. Okay, so it sounded like that it was a 50-50. Byard comes away with the pick. I'm going ahead and knock this in. Here, let me put this in my notes section so we can unpack this a bit later on the stream by itself. So Kevin Byard picked Josh Allen deep. Sounded like a 50-50 ball and lost. It all sounds like he's doing great. 52 thumbs up. Daniel, what's going on, man? Hope all is well. Y'all couldn't wait to spam Josh got picked. LOL. Josh Allen will lead the league in interceptions. Jets forever. Jets forever. All right, listen, man. All right, listen. Highly doubt it. Highly doubt it, my friend. Really? Let's talk about this. And still in the division while the Jets are dweller feeders. Hey, listen, you know what, man? I love Jets forever because you know what? Like, he is like one of the most optimistic people on the internet. Like this kid. So this kid, man, like he has so much confidence in a piss poor organization. It drives me nuts. But you know what? I wish that I had that type of blind confidence in several facets of life, you know? If Jets Forever thinks that the Jets have a snowball's chance in hell, let them. Let him, you know? Like, why ruin his happiness? Because his happiness will be completely tanked by week 10, maybe even earlier. It's 7 on 7s, not 11 on 11s, not that important. Yeah, it's still 7 on 7s. Yo, so are you at practice right now, JT? If that's the case, sound off. Seven on 7 first play. Nice game down, Dalton Kincaid. We have Ty Johnson just shook a Bears defender pretty badly. Shane Buchele finds him crossing for a big gain. Great route. Why doesn't Ty Johnson get the respect that he deserves? Best RB3 in the game, bar none. And we're going to have to see. I mean, hey, man, listen, shout out to Ty Johnson for making a play. We saw that Josh Allen picked by Kevin Byard. Was trying to go deep right over there. That is fine. A Jets fan can flex anything with Fields as their quarterback. Your crop dusters ain't doing shit this season. Danny Smith comes in. So need one of Bill's wide receiver to win over the top with speed, stretch the field, and open up holes in the middle of the field for sure. I left the live for a second, but had asked if you've seen the Bussin' with the Boys interview with Beane and Josh. I sure did. Absolute cinema. So I love getting like an inside look at what Josh Allen's personality is like. And that's like when you get it is during podcasts like that. Definitely not like when he's all media trained at the podium. So I do like getting a good understanding. Guys, all right. Say that you're coming in. So far, we have a couple of updates. It's 7 on 7s currently. So it sounds that we saw a deep pass completed by Josh to Dalton Kincaid. Then Josh also ended up throwing a pick to Kevin Byard while also targeting Kincaid. We have Taylor Rapp and Cole Bishop running with 7 on 7s as the starting tandem, which is ideal. And sounds like Ty Johnson made himself a play. And Roma Dunze made a great leaping catch from Caleb Williams for a sound gain from what we're getting thus far. Here, I'll be right back, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about that. All right. Let me see. So they asked Beane if he could take one player in the NFL to add to the Bills roster. Who would it be? Beane said Myles Garrett. Who would you take? I'd probably say him or TJ Watt or like Max Crosby, like a really game wrecking type edge rusher would be ideal. Washed Up and Letterman is so with the NFL, that's funny. Okay. It's just begun crop dusters. Kincaid Fantasy Demon, and Dan just took a dump. That would have been one of the fastest dumps in recorded history. But that's kind of where we're at. Ty Johnson just shook a Bears defender pretty badly. Shane Buchele finds him crossing for a big gain. Okay, we already saw that 5 minutes ago. That's ideal. Let's make it happen. Okay. We had Caleb Williams had 2 sessions and 7 on 7s. He completed 9 of his 10 passes. Most were short and quick decisions by the quarterback. Thank you, JT. My guy right here. Okay, so a lot of the short game here from Caleb. 9 for 10. in 7-on-7s, mostly short and quick decisions. Decisions by QB. I love that. Thank you so much for about this. Let me see. So I'm taking Chris Jones, takes him away from the Chiefs, and gives us a great defensive lineman. MP, bear down, respect to the Bills Mafia. Shout out to my boy. MP, I do want to tell you this. What I need you to do is say, for example, that you're a diehard Bears fan. You have to check out the NFC North Roundtable. What we have done is we have put a Bears fan against 3 divisional rivals for a weekly debate-style show. Go check it out. I promise it's all about it. Thank you so much for the donation. I am high on the Bears this year for the NFC North. That much I can tell you. These are from Bears Media at practice, not me. Well, thank you so much for forwarding that information over to us. Bills have one, if not the best running back room. I can totally get that. From Brooklyn, New York, go Bills, Francisco. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, man. Come on. Come on, baby. Oh, shit. Folks, we have a kicker competition. So we have a kicker competition, man. Bills Caden Davis appeared from my angle to be perfect on all of his attempted kicks, including a 50-yard. Note that there was no live rush. Caden Davis. He's filling in on reps since Tyler Bass is out. Let's see what we can do. So bro, listen, man, I'm fine with you coming on in here, but like, there's got to be a reason, like, why you're blocked from a lot of channels. I saw you complaining why you were blocked from like a channel or two the other day. Like, just come in here and talk ball. Like stop just like trash talking. It's annoying. Like, we're cool with you like doing that, but like you always saying Bills are done or Bills are like cooked with like 7 exclamation points. Like, that's the same thing. Like, I'm fine with you hanging out. I'm fine with you hanging out, and I'm fine whether or not that like you spam the exact same thing a million times in the AFC East Roundtable. That's completely fine, but like, stop annoying my people. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm fine if like you come in here and like you want to talk ball, like ask me questions, like just relax, like please, like stop or like so we're gonna have to time you out, or so we're gonna have to time you out. Go Bills from New Hampshire. We have Jamal Jones. When is the roster cut down date? It's going to be a couple of days before. It's going to be a couple of days before. Let's see. Caden Davis comes through. Lay down the hammer, Dan. So I'm fine with it, like on the AFC East Roundtable, which is fine, but like it's so tired and it's boring and it's not funny. It just reminds me of a child that just says the same thing over and over again. So like, that's like my thing. Like, bro, like it's cool, like have fun, like whatever, but come on. Grab, sup, Dan, sharp looking hat. Thank you so much. Shout out to New Era for coming in and showing a little bit of love. I timed out little Timmy. Oh my God. I gave you a 10-second timeout. Next, you'll be done for the day. Todd is coming on in. Timed out little Timmy. And even Lowski is not that bad. Yeah, dude, listen, I love when Lowski comes in here because like he says a couple of things, like he's funny, but like, I mean, he doesn't spam, which is ideal, you know? Dan, and so that guy is a Jets fan. He's miserable, has nothing better to do. Sorry ass Jets fan. I'm fine. I'm fine with people coming in here and joking around a little bit, but like when it's over and over and over again, I'm like, dude, come on, man. Like say something else. We have August 27th down to the 53-man roster, just one cut day instead of 2 to 3 in the past year. Tell him, Dan, put boot to ass. Put boot to ass. That's 12-year-old behavior. It's a typical Jets fan. Bro, listen. So I own Roundtable Sports, so I could easily ban you from this channel and Roundtable Sports. Like, say that that's like what you want to do. So I don't know. So relax, bro. Relax. What happened to Lowski? He'll be in here soon. Got a Bills tattoo this week, now guaranteed with the Super Bowl. He's timed out again. Good. Time him out again. Time out. Okay, he's gone for the day. He's gone for the day. Maybe he'll come in here and maybe he'll start, maybe acting like an adult. Like, wouldn't that be great? What's up, Dan? LFG Buffalo. Love the show. Thank you so much. Dan, I'm in the school lunch right now, just getting in what is going on, just hanging out. Hanging out, man. I hope you're having a great day at school, my dude. We're sitting here looking at a bunch of updates that are happening in Bills practice, which is great. Allen right back for a nice gain to Elijah Moore. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Josh Allen has a ball batted at the line of scrimmage up in the air. It's picked off. Okay, so 11 on 11s. We got this. Let's get these reps. Let's get these reps right here. Allen right back for a nice gain to Elijah Moore. So he was able to connect with Elijah Moore. Let's lock on in. Talk to me. Ty Johnson just shook a Bears defender pretty badly. Shane Bichelle finds him crossing for a big gain. Okay, guys, we're in 11 on 11 territory right now. Let's make it happen. Only OGs remember Liam Finns at Dan. I know, man. Dude, he killed me. So are we going to see Beane crush some dreams and cut fellas on Hard Knocks? Probably. No, Dan, no one talks down on our Bills unless they're a Chiefs fan. No one in the AFC East can come at us. That kid probably got picked on today and came here as a keyboard warrior. Probably. Matt Schrader, go Bills from Bluegrass, Kentucky. Shout out, Matt, dude. What's going on, dude? Sounds like our boy Josh Allen's having a rough one out there. He's had 2 picks, I believe, so far. Multiple INTs, multiple pass breakups. Ugh, I know it's not what you want to see, but I'll tell you what, I'd rather it be right now than during the regular season. Josh is just testing the boundaries, hopefully. It's August 27th at 4 EST. It's online, and they're just announcing it on ESPN. Brad is more a lock. I would say so. It's practice, just testing stuff out. Josh will be fine. Go Bills. Yeah, like during joint practices, I think a lot of us can agree that you're going to be a bit more reckless and you're trying to go on ahead and establish this chemistry with these wide receivers. I've never really looked too much into picks. You know what I mean? So he has 1 interception for trying to do a 50-50 ball with Kincaid. It was underthrown, though, from what I heard. And then 1 was tapped at the line of scrimmage. I'm not so much mad about tipped picks at all. That's not me. Allen was throwing picks last year in these types of scrimmages. Not worried at all. We don't even have Shakir right now. I know. That's what I'm talking about. Richie, to be fair, this is what happens when starters don't play the preseason. Allen, we will be fine, but need chemistry before week 1, unless the broadcaster made an error. Ugh. To be fair, this is what happens when starters don't play preseason. Allen, we will be fine, but need chemistry before week 1. MT Dueling. Dan, I got hired by NBC to work on the sideline for the Dolphins game, but I already bought tickets to that game. I was hoping to meet you at the tailgate, but I won't be able to. Well, first off, man, congratulations on the opportunity. That is awesome. Damn, man. Well, look, dude, I am going to do my best to be up in Buffalo another time as well this year. So I will keep you up to date, and then maybe I'll do a little like fan meetup. You know what I'm saying? So maybe I'll be able to do a little fan meetup for some people. So that should be ideal. Kincaid shouldn't be a 50-50 ball type player, though. I mean, I agree. And so I was always coached, practice how you play. I'm not saying it's everything, but it's not nothing. Very good point. Very good point. I think Josh has admitted to test throws during these times. Nothing to worry about. We have Jordan Smith, not a big deal, which it is. I mean, hey, here we are. Here we are. Oh, my God, it's Jordan Smith. We haven't seen Jordan Smith in here in a minute. What up, man? It's been a while. All right, so we have Josh Allen is tipped and picked. Allen had a ball in the air, was tipped, picked. So we have Josh Allen ball batted, but then he did end up, got a nice gain with Elijah Moore. So that I'm okay with. Dan, come to the Bengals game. I'm thinking about that one too. I'm thinking in my head, what if Dan was 4'11" and buff? I am not 4'11". I am 6 foot with boots on. I'm 6 foot with boots on, folks. And I'm always in my boots. So I'm 6 foot. Okay. No, I'm just kidding. I'm like 5'10". I'm a short king. But with boots on, I'm 6 foot. That's what it is, baby. I'm thinking in my head, what if Dan is 4'11" and super buff? Nope, not at all. See, guys, he has a good throw to Elijah Moore. My fault, y'all forgot No. Listen, guys. We are open to all opinions in here. Okay, we're open to all opinions in here. Sean is great. Like when he comes in with his takes, it's much better than Jets Forever, right? Let everyone have their own opinion. It's fair. All right. I let everybody have that. I am also 6 foot. 5'10" is not a short king. Thank you so much, Ramy. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Yeah, Josh has said he throws interceptions more frequently in these practices because he's trying to make throws and reads, and maybe he wouldn't try in a real game. It's part of the process. Once Allen don't throw a pick six, I am cool with 1 or 2 interceptions. Jay, Allen hasn't thrown a pick six in a long time. Yeah. When was the last time we had a pick six on our hands? I can't remember. Maybe I've repressed the memory. I'm not sure. Allen to Elijah Moore starting to pop today. Mike White just threw a really bad interception. Bills run defense. Hey, baby, that's a win. That's a win, baby. Bills run defense look good. Pass defense giving up too much, but Matt Milano just made one heck of an athletic play to knock the football down. Folks, we are getting some updates straight from Chicago. Smash that like button. Bring it on in. Bears and Bills fans, because all of Allen's picks are arm punts, men are always supposed to measure height with boots on. For sure, Buffalo Daddy D. Scott, Dan, you coming to Bills-Jets game on September 14th with the roundtable? If so, let me know so we can have a drink Bills Mafia style. Dude, you know what, man? We are not going up to New York for Bills-Jets this year. We're going to Buffalo for Bills-Dolphins. That is the event, which is cool. I think we're going to be up there for Jets-Dolphins in New York. So I will be the lone Bills fan. I'm not even sure if I'm going to the game. Richie and TD will be. I might be there for the tailgate, but that's the exact same week as Bills-Bengals. So I'm thinking about going up there, and I'm going to tailgate with the boys, and then I'm going to find some sports bar where I can stream my live play-by-play reaction to Bills-Bengals in the city. So that's what I think the plan is going to be. But let me know. Bears fan, and so our defense is tough, but of course, y'all shouldn't be worried. Yeah, dude, listen, solid defense. And listen, for all Bears fans in here, first off, I sincerely appreciate you guys for coming on in and showing a little bit of love. I actually own a sports media company, and one show I think you guys will be in tune with and enjoy is the NFC North Roundtable. What we do over here is that I pin a Bears fan versus their 3 divisional rivals for a weekly debate show. I highly recommend you go show that a little bit of love. It's called the NFC North Roundtable. This is the show live. I believe it's every Wednesday evening at 6 p.m. EST. So certainly go show that a little bit of love. It's wildly entertaining. I think that you guys would be all about it. First scuffle of the day, and between Bills defense and Bills offense, looked like right was invoked. Just some pushing and some shoving. Man, we were waiting for it. We were waiting on this scuffle. It's early, but Elijah Moore has about 3 very nice plays all day. Man, feed it to me. Feed it to me, ladies and gentlemen. And it sounds like a scuffle per my buddy who's a Bears fan in the chat right now, letting me know for these updates for later. Let me update my notes right here, folks. Bear with me. Bang, bang. Dan, have you announced to whereabouts for Wednesday before Miami game? Would like to finally meet you boys and buy wings. Let's go. Yeah, man, we'll let you know. Yeah, we'll let you know, bro. We'll let you know. Just hit me up separately. Yeah. Charles has come on in. Dan, and do you know whether they gave Tremaine Edmonds any love today? We did see a clip of him practicing, but that's about it. It's pronounced Puff Daddy. Oh my God. And so I'll check out that roundtable. For sure, man. For sure. Listen, guys. Check it out. So the Bears rep is Jay. It's called the he's really talented. It is Just Another Year Chicago. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that creator, but he's really talented. He's really good. So I think you'll enjoy it. I will check out the roundtable. I'm kind of glad Josh is getting worked in these. Rather him learn these lessons now. Bills fan 101. Wait, what did I miss from joint practice? I'll tell you what, man. You are in the depths of joint practice as we speak. Right now, it sounds like that they are in 11 on 11s. Diving pass breakup in 11 on 11s by Matt Milano. He's been one of the Bills' most impressive players since camp began. It's early, but Elijah Moore has had 3 very nice plays already. Allen to Elijah Moore has been starting to pop today. That is a big storyline coming out of it. Bills' run defense looks good, but like, no offense to Bears fans, but I'd probably say that's one of their weak points right in their offense. So I probably wouldn't celebrate yet, but it's nice to hear. Pass defense giving up too much, but Matt Milano just made one heck of an athletic play to knock the ball down. And according to Bears reporters, from what we're hearing, it sounds like that there's like a lot of like short passes. It's not particularly downfield. And we know how Buffalo likes to play that soft zone. So here we are. Courtney's in the building. Louisiana, go Bills. Courtney, what's up? What is up? Wait, what I missed from joint practice? Have no fear, man. We're here. Josh is not getting worked. LOL, stop it. He's 50-50 ball with Kincaid, lost a wrestling match on, and he has a ball tipped at the line of scrimmage for an interception. It is what it is. Josh is a seasoned vet, doesn't need to learn. He is just experimenting. Dan is a petite young man. Bro, you better be 6'5", bro. Bro, you better be 6'5" up in here talking to me like that. I'm just kidding. No. Like I said, man, I'm 6 foot with boots on, and I weigh about 185. Lean, baby. Lean, dude. And so I bench 315. Put some respect on my name. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, Buffalo motivated. Dan, please check your DMs about tickets. Look for Cosmic Disclosure. Oh, yeah, man, for sure. I will definitely check that out. I'm not sure if we have any more. We might have 2 or 3 left, but I will let you know. 2 big players for Bills offense. First, James Cook around the left edge for a huge... Yes! Jimbo Cook, baby. Jimbo Cook doing his thing. And then Elijah Moore with a short catch and a long run. Yak. Invest it in my veins, baby. Inject it in my veins. Not invest it in my veins. What the hell's my problem? Buffalo Dan next year, perhaps. Dan, second INT was ruled off because of defensive holding, wasn't it? Ooh, that's interesting. I hope that's the case. Next 11 on 11 series with Bears offense versus the Bills defense wasn't as pretty. Bills dialed up the intensity and pressure. Caleb tried to force the ball into some small windows with no success. Bills fans, that's a pretty quality update from the defense right there. Bills dialed up intensity on Bears offense and pressure. Folks, we got pressure. Folks, we got pressure right now, baby. Caleb tried to force the ball into small windows with no success. I love to see that. It's good to be back. It's been a long summer. Wife spent a month in the hospital, daughter turning 16, and our family started the YouTube channel. Dude, first off, I'm sorry to hear about your wife. I hope that all is well. And a special happy birthday to your daughter and family channel. Dude, listen, I'm going to have to lock in. Dude. I appreciate the donation, man. For real. Thank you so much. Dan, should the Bills get some of the male cheerleaders? I am indifferent of bringing back to the cheerleaders at all. Like, some people really want so the Jills to come back. But for me, I'm indifferent. Yeah. And so I'm not so much concerned about the Bills having some of these. Luther Burden. I was very high on Luther Burden right out of the draft. So we have Ingram got beat on the sideline for a catch and also was called for a DPI on the same play. Then Brandon Codrington got beat across the middle. 2 big players for Bills offense. First, James Cook. Okay, we already saw that. And then we had Ingram and Codrington. Folks, I have a feeling that Codrington is off this team and Chenault's our kick returner. Again, like I've said, with Chenault is a better wide receiver than Codrington is a cornerback, and Chenault is much better on special teams. So I think that we can all agree. 6'2" with boots, 215. 6'2" with boots. Dude, it's funny because all dudes I know, like when we talk about how high we are, we always say how tall we are in boots. Right? 6 foot in boots. All right. 6 foot in boots. If my boy right over here running back was standing next to me barefoot and I was in boots, we'd be the same height. Fun fact. All right. So here you go. Here you go, bro. So I have Army duty Sunday, but I will be home by 8. Glad this won't be a 1 o'clock game. First off, thank you so much for your service, man. I have nothing but the highest regards and highest respect for anybody that has fought in the armed forces. My brother is a Marine. So I love it. Thank you so much for your service, man. And then hopefully you'll be able to tap in for my live play-by-play. 5'10", 240. dude, look, man. All right. It's the 5'10". It's the 5'10". But you are 6 foot in boots as well, Bills fan. You are 6. Look, you are 6 foot in boots as well. That's what you got to start telling people. All right. Chenault or shavers. Joey is saying, I measured everything with boots. I measure everything with boots on. Indeed. Dude, I'm 6'8", 230. Former basketball player, so I'll make you look short. Scott, just never stand next to me, please. Maybe I need to get like some of those inserts as well. You know what I mean? Like boots with inserts on as well. Then I'm 6'1". All right. Look at that, bro. Look at that, baby. All right. We have Luther Burden makes a catch and started to jaw at a DB. As he was doing that, Brandon Codrington gave Burden a hit to the ground. Burden wasn't ready for it. Okay. With Caleb is getting better, I hope the rest of the league sees it. I have been a Caleb Williams believer since the very beginning. Like, now that y'all improve the offensive line, I think the sky is the limit. And I'm glad that Ben Johnson is giving him these reps in the preseason, because last year with that offensive line, I think that there's probably some sort of mental block for him. I feel like he needs to be proven that he's protected, and I think that offensive line is going to do it. I'm very high on Caleb Williams this year. Very, very high. The real Dan Mitchell, 6'2", deuce and a quarter. That's what I'm talking about, baby. 6 foot with boots, 220. That's what I'm talking about, baby. It's the 6 foot with boots on, baby. 6 foot with boots on. 6'4", former Marist College hooper. Go Red Foxes. That's what I'm talking about. He's 6'6" with boots on, though, ladies and gentlemen. Dude, shout it out. Shout it out. Look. Like, what screwed me? I love my mother to death, but she's 5'2". My dad's 6'1". So, like, I couldn't crack it naturally. Love my mother to death, but it's my mother's fault. Why I didn't crack 6 foot, right? That's what it is. Fucking A, dude. That's what I tell myself. Now Ingram just locked up a gunner on a punt return gunner drill, and the entire Bills sideline was going crazy for him. Ingram making a play. I have a feeling Ingram's going to be a lock for this team this year. Special teams contributor, quality depth player. We're okay there. Let me see. Same thing with Ingram. We have 2 big plays. All right, we're sitting here. And then shout out to all of my Bears fans in here that are giving me updates of things that I'm not seeing. Squabble alert. Bills jump Daniel Hardy. Oh, they jumped him. Dude. Come on, baby. And chat is turning into the Dan Patrick show, where people just call up with their size profile. dude, we're saying, hey, chat, spam your measurables in the chat right now. I'm curious. All right. And so I'm curious to see what the average height is of all my viewers with boots on. All right. Just lock in. And so I got my mom's height, Dan. She's 6 foot, and my dad's 5'6". I'm 5'11". All right, dude. Look at that, dude. Short Kings pulling, baby. Look at that, man. We have Jordan Smith. Thanks, Dan. Let's see. So I want to start a channel to get straight all these Fairweather fans, not expecting much, just some good Buffalo football conversations. I'm hesitant to begin. I encourage everybody that if you ever have an itch to talk football, start a YouTube channel, man. It's fun. It's a great time. It's awesome, man. I love it. All right, baby. We have 6'1". We have Andrew. Stop rubbing it in, guy. 7 foot, 350, 5'11", 170 without boots. Come on, man. 6'3", 210. Joey Gonzalez. 6'5", 4'3", and the Wizard of Oz. 6'6", 250 is in the building. Delta 123. Fuck, dude. Damn, dude. 6'3" with boots. Have we heard how Landon is looking? I have not heard any updates just yet. We're spamming our measurables in here right now. What are we watching in practice? Where are you watching practice? We are just going off of updates that are occurring right in practice, and we are discussing them as we're coming in. I'm 5'2", 115 pounds, and I prefer vertically challenged. That's completely fine. 6'2" Quan's in here. Stop rubbing it in, bro. My brother's 6'7". Where is Keon Coleman? Is he hurt? That guy is a dog bringing down contested catches. I like him. Yeah, surprisingly enough, he's super polarized. So within the Bills community, he's quality, dude. Like, he's been looking good in training camp. Last year he got hurt, and for some reason, we don't know if like he got into his own head or something, but his production kind of fell off. But we're hoping, man. Like, he's got to be that contested catch guy for us. A nice little fight during gunner drills for special teams. Didn't catch numbers, but things are getting heated in special team drills. Guys fighting for their jobs. I love it. 2 big plays for Bills offense. First, James Cook around the left edge for a huge gain. And so Elijah Moore with a short catch and a long run. Okay, so the cheerleaders are for the Simps and wow. Okay, real football fans don't even notice cheerleaders or care that they are there. JT is coming in. Bills matching, maybe surpassing Bears intensity, physicality. Bills sideline louder than the Bears so far. Charles, Dan, my mom is 5'7", and my dad is 5'6". I am 5'9", and my daughter is 5'11", and my son is 6'1". Interesting. So is your wife like 5'10", 5'11"? I love to see that. My mom is 5'2" and dad's 6. I'm 6'4" with boots and 211. Damn it, man. Come on, mom. Come on, mom. Bears media saying this, by the way. Okay, 6'3" to 6'5" with boots. Please link the practice live. Yeah, so basically what we're doing right now, Steven, is that we don't have inside video. Like, we're getting clips from practice here and there, but like we're just reacting to reports that come on screen. So no video. So no video footage is live, but like we're just reacting to like what's happening based off of reports. So I know it's not cool. It's not as fun, but I hope that it's equally as informative to you. Say, for example, you're working and you just want to be informed as the information's coming about. And so I do appreciate that. So I'm a Bears fan, but I rock with the Buffalo Bills. I appreciate that. And let me remind you, my friend, go subscribe to the NFC North Roundtable. It is a show where I put a Bears fan against 3 divisional rivals for a weekly debate show. It's live every Wednesday at 6 p.m. EST. Go check it out. It's just another year Chicago is the Bears fan. That's a rep. So go ahead and shout out to everybody and all the boys over there. Where is practice being held? It is in Chicago, right at their practice facility. So I want to start a channel. Okay, got that. Ryan, come to a consensus on how much these apparent. Yeah, folks, sorry about that. Something happened with my internet. There you go. Bills Mafia. So I don't think Bills Mafia has many of those. Is that chat turning into a dating app? That's the game. Oh my God, dude. Y'all are crazy. Y'all are crazy up in here. All right, let's go. Okay, so we have a nice little fight for special team drills. Don't worry, the internet's here. We're good. Dan, so their mom was 5'8", and so I also have a sister that is 6 foot tall, though. Got it. So you got it from those genes. I can appreciate that. 5'2", 470-pound male cheerleader with the Bills. Hire me. Oh, wow. Damn, brother, you thick, man. Damn, bro, you thick, man. And so I got to feel like that this heights. So we're being inflated like the Cook contract. Come on, Brad. Come on, Brad. Don't rain on our parade over here. And so I'm a secret scout for the UFL. All right. Like, that's what it is. I'm trying to find talent in chat. And some of you are wearing those Tom Cruise boots. Hey, dude. Don't hate on Tom Cruise boots. Say that I were to know where they were, I'd buy them. Oh, dude. Dude, listen. I am not too proud to own a pair of Tom Cruise boots. All right. How tall is Bob? Dude, I don't know. So these chats are killing me because my nickname is Boots, LOL. And so I keep thinking they are calling me out. Oh my God. All right. Let's get it in. So we have an inside joke on the channel right now. How tall you are with boots. All right. We have two big plays for the Bills offense. You had James Cook right around the left edge for a huge gain. I love the fact that James Cook was out there making plays. It sounds like Elijah Moore has been the star for the Buffalo Bills wide receiving core. I mean, we need this guy to step up. Maybe he's as good as we all thought that he was, but we'll see. Bob is a unit with boots. Next all-star linebacker. All right, boys. Let me use the restroom real fast. I will be right back. Make sure you're drinking your gallon of water a day, ladies and gentlemen. And this episode is sponsored by Water. Okay, shout out to Water for sponsoring this video. Speaking of another sponsor, I do kind of want to give you guys the key into winning your fantasy football league this year. Shout out to RotoWire. All right, folks. I take fantasy football very seriously, but nowhere near to the extent of what I am taking it this year. I am dead set on winning my league. And how can I win my league? By making sure I don't make idiotic decisions during my draft. What RotoWire does is that this holds your hand. It is your assistant general manager during the draft process, where you can ultimately end up telling RotoWire what your priorities are. Maybe you want to look at the depth of the offensive line, or maybe you want to look at injury history. You can connect this with whatever you use for fantasy football, Sleeper, same thing with ESPN, maybe even Yahoo, and it tells you everything you need to know about your draft. Some of the most advanced analytics, like how particular players play in cold weather, maybe against 3-4, 4-3 defenses, it goes crazy in depth. You scroll down, what it does, it tells you what the best player by position is, likely gone right before your next pick. So say, for example, you wanted JSN in the 4th round, but it's telling you that, hey, there's a 98% chance he's going to be gone by the next time you pick. It lets you know that, so you can make educated decisions. Scrolling down, highest upside by player. It literally is going to win me my fantasy football league this year, and I'm confident that it's going to give you the competitive advantage. If, for example, you're into it, folks, that link is in my description, and if you use my code DAN, D-A-N, then you will receive 15% off. When I tell you this is the most in-depth fantasy football draft kit I've ever seen on the market today, this is it. Shout out to RotoWire for partnering with this. And once you guys win your fantasy football league because of this, shoot me a DM and thank me. I guarantee you that you will. All right, let's get back to practice. Shout out to RotoWire again. Holy hell. Dan G. Johnson, $20 donation. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. It's not expected, but it is appreciated. It's Friday, which means it is payday. Shout out to Dan G. Johnson, man. He's coming in. He's showing us a little bit of love over here. Thank you. That right there is an example of going above and beyond, folks. But really, all I ask is just that if you are enjoying the show, please do me a favor and hit that thumbs up sign. And maybe subscribe and turn on bell notifications as well. I'd love to be rocking with you guys all season long. Let's see. Is your height getting you down? Well, listen up. So the official Tom Cruise boots will turn you from 5'5" down to 6'5", man. Able to reach new heights. Get yours now. Scientology approved. Do you accept credit? Anyway, light of truth, Dan does a great job for a man-and-a-half operation. The half man is Bob. He trolls, behave, or Dan will give you the boot. Absolutely. I am not a Tom Cruise fan, limiting myself to one Tom Cruise movie a century. Saw the last one in 2008. Have to wait till next century to watch. Oh, bro, you didn't watch Top Gun, though? All right. I feel like this is probably going to get me in trouble with a lot of you guys, but Top Gun Maverick was better than the original. I know. I know. But Top Gun Maverick was better than the original. I said what I said. Red zone period. Ed Oliver, big pop and stop. Then Daquan Jones, big stop. James Cook, gain on the edge for a 4-yard line. Red zone work, baby. And so far, I'm knocking on wood. We haven't heard injuries on either side, so that's good. I definitely don't want to see any of that bullshit. Let me see what else we got while I was gone. I've never seen or heard sidelines go as crazy as they are during a punt period, cheering on their respective gunners. It's wild. Why that's happening, you might add, is because a lot of these guys are fighting for a roster position and they're doing whatever they can. Tremaine Edmonds intercepts Josh Allen in the red zone. Oh my God. Tremaine Edmonds INTs Josh Allen in red zone. Tremaine Edmonds, man. So 11 on 11's pass is tipped and picked. Okay, we already got that. Hold up. So a nice fight during drills. We already saw that. Here, let's go. So let's see this. Red zone period of Ed Oliver, big pop and stop. Then Daquan Jones, big stop. With James Cook, gain on the edge. I've seen or heard sidelines go as crazy as they are during on a pump period, cheering on their respective gunners. It is absolutely wild. Dan puts on his Tom Cruise boots and tells trolls you can't handle the truth. We have Billy is saying you are absolutely wrong with that movie take, Dan. Hey, listen, I agree. Oh, man. All right, we have Jordan Smith. We have Dan G. Johnson, guys. Thank you so much for all of the super chats and, more importantly, those like buttons smashed. All right, so Maverick, it is better. Most people misremember a different movie for Top Gun. It's Dang Johnson, bro. My bad. Dang Johnson. Thank you so much. So for a second, I thought it was Dan G. Johnson. You know what I mean? Dan and Raiders and Army, man, nothing in Top Gun was realistic, and the Avatar was more realistic, to be serious. Fair enough. Dan is 6'3" on money. Oh my God, man. Dude, y'all hyping me up over here. Let's relax. Come on. We have Jack Reacher was good. If Curtis Samuel is not available, then Shavers might be taking his spot. Yeah, we were actually talking a little bit about Curtis Samuel earlier on the stream today. So our only option for Curtis Samuel for him not to be on this roster is as if we're able to convince somebody that he's tradable. Say that he's tradable, then yeah, for sure. Because we would save like $8 million. Say that we released him, we'd save like $400,000 and we'd have like, I think, close to $8 million in dead cap. So Shavers can make this team, but only if Curtis Samuel is ultimately traded. Because it's clear that Chenault is all but a lock on this roster for kick returning responsibilities. I think, at least. And so I could be wrong, but here we are. Ryan, I'm still holding hope that Shavers makes it, man. Made a big play there. Not a good red zone period for the Bears. No points. No points for the Bears in red zone. No points for the Bears in red zone. Thank you so much, JT. That's good for my post-practice report later. Let me see. Both movies are awesome, but totally agree, Dan. Maverick does top the first. Greg, hey, listen. It's a hot take. It is a hot take. Carlos H. Chris Tabor effect for special teams. Shout out to Chris Tabor. Shout out to that guy. Because last year, man, with Smiley, he was an absolute liability for this squad. Yeah, with Edmonds intercepts Josh Allen in the red zone. Allen to Keon Coleman, front corner, end zone, touchdown in red zone. Come on, baby. And the defense forces incompletion near the goal line. Caleb Williams nowhere to throw. I'm liking how our red zone defense is looking thus far, folks. I like Keon Coleman. Shout out to my Bears fan in here that asked about Keon Coleman earlier. You love to see that from the second-year wide receiver. Red zone period at Oliver, big pop. Okay. Let me see. Tom Cruise is a licensed pilot. Let me see. So you never tell a Marine that he joined the Navy? Oh, man. It's probably not a good idea. So I'm going to get my brother on the phone. My wife walked down the aisle to the Top Gun theme song. It was pretty hot. All right, Jax. Let's keep it in your pants. All right. Come on. It's 10 in the morning. I'm just kidding, bro. That's awesome. That's awesome, bro. Next big extension. So McGovern or Torrance. It's tough to say, man. Like with Torrance, probably won't even have the conversation until next offseason because he's going into year 3. He was a second-round pick, so next year would be his last year on his rookie deal. So I think conversations would probably pick up next offseason. McGovern is a pending free agent. So I don't know. I don't know, man. Like maybe he gets it done prior to free agency next year, but I have a gut feeling as far as extensions are concerned, it's over. Allen to the front corner of the end zone, touchdown in the red zone. Caleb Williams. It sounds like that the Bears were struggling a little bit when it came into red zone offense. That's good for the Bills. Solid sign for Bills defense. Love it. Next big extension. So McGovern or Torrance. Dan could join the Savannah Bananas. And so as the short king reigning over the third base kingdom. Dude, come on, man. Come on, bro. No disrespect on Tom Cruise. I just grew up a Robert De Niro and Al Pacino, real OG actors. He's definitely not them. Hey, listen. I feel like we can all agree there. I feel like we can all agree. All right. Guys, 987 of you are in the chat right now, which is insane. 631 on X, 347 on YouTube. Do me a favor, smash that like button. And Bears fans, if there are any Bears fans in here, let yourself be known. We certainly appreciate you for tuning in and tapping in with us. I'm glad that I can provide information to you as well while you're working. We have, so the Nell saying, that's an extremely hot take. Dude, it's hot. All right, man. It's sizzling. It's sizzling right over in here, man. And shout out to the Bears fans in here hanging out. I hope that I'm able to be as useful to you as I believe that I am for Bills fans on today's episode of live play-by-play reactions to the Chicago Bears and Buffalo Bills practice. Good stuff here. All right. There you go. Oh, okay. Dan, which is better? You have Dawkins, Edwards, McGovern, Anderson, or Brown, or Dawkins, Anderson, Van Pran, Granger, Torrance, Brown. Oh my God. Ugh. So we're talking about some offensive line combos here. Here, let me think about this. I'd probably say the first. Mostly because Van Pran Granger for me worries me. Yeah. Yeah, I think the first lineup makes me feel more comfortable. But it was hard because then you're also taking Torrance out of the equation. Here we go. Okay, folks, we have a touchdown. Caleb finds Rome Odunze in the back of the end zone for a nice strike over some defenders. All right, Caleb finds Rome Odunze for a TD. Got it. So listening while I work, and you are the best, Dan. Go Bills, baby. Milano is an assassin. I can appreciate that. We have touchdown Caleb Williams to Rome Odunze. Caleb has a touchdown to Loveland, but good hit by the DB, forcing the drop. Okay, talk to me on that. Get a center in the draft, and they often aren't drafted in the first round. Carnell is coming in. Tom Cruise is not even better than Bruce Willis. Oh, my God. Greg Rousseau beats Colson Loveland in the run game for a tackle for loss. Greg is a stud. Greg Rousseau, great run stop. Talk to me. Talk to me on that, man. Have Colson Loveland in run game packages. That's even more interesting. Bills beat. Back-to-back breakups by each side right in the goal line. You have Stevenson, a nice job to knock away a back shoulder face to Coleman. Then Terrell Bernard got hands in on a tight end for an INT. Then touchdowns for both Allen and Palmer for the Bills. Okay. Hey, folks. We're cooking a little bit. We're cooking a little bit. We are cooking a little bit. Come on, baby. Talk to me on this. Now, breaking news, my son, who's 18 years old, called me last night and said, I am going to be a grandfather. My son is a Ravens fan, though. I don't care as long as the baby is healthy. Congratulations, man. That is awesome. That is awesome. Hopefully, you could use some of your grandfather technique and hop in and make your grandson or granddaughter, okay, a Bills fan. I feel like you can. I feel like you can do that. I would love to see some plays out of the wishbone with the backs that we have. Right? Yeah, wouldn't that be ideal? So that's how I have come to the conclusion that signing McGovern is more important than signing Torrance. Ooh. So he knew what he was doing right there. Damn. Here we are. Here we are, baby. Shout out to everybody in the chat hanging out today. Shout out to the Bass. The Realist YouTube channel is saying bankrupt 1000. So is bro dropping his is bro dropping his Cash App? Yo, what up, man? How you doing? We have JT is in the building. He's saying Mitch Trubisky with a few touchdowns in the red zone work for the Bills against the Bears' second team. Sounds like Mitchy Biscuit's doing his thing. And so am I the only one that misses Tremaine Edmonds, XO putt? So I'll be honest with you, man. I like Bernard a lot. And so I feel like Bernard just fits better, like so within our system. So that's ideal. We have Allen to a Josh Palmer for a touchdown. You love to see that. Ryan, I still think if Van Pran looks good, we let McGovern go and use the money for Torrance. Just my thought on it. So next year, so we're probably going to be able to save quite a bit on the cap with like releases and players on expiring contracts that aren't necessarily super important. And we also need to remember that we're probably going to see an increase of around $30 million right within our overall cap. So I think theoretically we would be able to go on ahead and bring both of them back. I just haven't seen enough from Van Pran Granger. Sounds like he's been hurt for the majority of whatever. But we'll see. Why is it between Torrance and McGovern? Oh, okay. Love Sean. Love Bills fan. Guys, shout out to my boys. Shout out to my boys with some hearty-ass debates in the chat. Love to see it. That's what football is all about. That is what football is all about. Talking ball with the boys. That's all it is. Oh, yeah. All right, let's see. Bills beat. So an Allen to a Josh Palmer touchdown is incredible. Man, you love to see that. All right. Folks, one thing I would love to tell you, one thing I think that we should have a good conversation about is, so I've mentioned a couple of times already that, so I'm one of the owners of a sports network on YouTube. It's called Roundtable Sports. So we basically ended up getting a creator for each and every single fan base where they end up meeting weekly for a debate show. So within their division, but then we also have more league centered shows. For example, in exactly a half hour, we are going to be live over on the Roundtable Sports YouTube channel for another episode of Fourth and Forever. Now, Fourth and Forever, folks, is a daily NFL news show where we cover the entire league, trending storylines, and we're really trying to get this show to another level. Say, for example, that you guys are interested. Highly recommend you go on over and you show a little bit of love. It is me and TD Finstalk and Richie, where we end up breaking down everything that is happening in the NFL. That is including unpacking everything at joint practice. That is including everything that is happening in preseason matchups, camp battles all across the league, and of course, game previews once that becomes a thing. So once this stream is over with, I am going to go on ahead and I am going to redirect you guys over there immediately. Say that you want to stick around. Cool. If not, I totally get it. But I promise you, you guys are going to really enjoy what we're putting down on the channel. So I'm going to go on ahead. I'm going to redirect you on this show. So I know that y'all can follow me over there, which would be fantastic. Let's lock this in, customize this bad boy, redirect you. I think it should be the cache. Hold on. It's weird. It's not even up. All right. So I'll do it next time, and then I'm going to double check with my boys here in a bit. I kept it intact. So it's a good show, everyone. That should get on over there. Thank you so much, man. We have Diablos in the building. Sound like it's been a good practice so far. So a few picks from Josh Allen here and there, some good things from the defense. So that's ideal. So I think Rome Odunze has a monster season. Okay, this is big. Bears first team offense responds in red zone 11 on 11s, back-to-back touchdowns from Caleb Williams or Rome Odunze. And the first TD was a beauty. Rome comes across the back end. Love that from the Bears reporter here. I'm also going to include this in my notes. Rome Odunze, man. He's being the monster that he is. And Allen to Josh Palmer for a touchdown is pretty solid. Bills are Super Bowl bound. Hype the Bears are putting up a fight. Dude, I love to see that from our resident Bears fan. Love to see that from the resident Bears fan right over here. What's good, Dan? Let's go, Buffalo. We should try to go get Michael from the Cowboys. My boy. So we want Micah Parsons on the Buffalo Bills, huh? I mean, look, dude, say that we had the money. I would love to add a Micah Parsons, a TJ Watt type player, a Myles Garrett type player. Unfortunately, I think all we can do this year is just hope that Bosa can be that dude for us, or Greg Rousseau could be that dude for us. A lot of different things. And that Cash App is for the ass whooping I've been taking from the Bills. Everyone hit the like button, man. Shout out to the Reels YouTube channel coming in and showing a little bit of love. I think I'm the only non-Bears fan that believes in them this year. I believe in the Bears this year. I do. And you know what? I'm getting sick of apologizing for it. Great route off of the line by Keon Coleman. Left his man and sprinted wide open down the field for a touchdown from Josh Allen. So it sounds like Keon Coleman and Elijah Moore have been the stars of joint practice. And you can add a Joshua Palmer thing as well. You have Keon Coleman just twisted the DB like a pretzel. I love the way Josh Reed just put that out there. Keon just twisted the DB like a pretzel, got behind the D, and hauled in a 30-ish yard touchdown from all of this. Keon Coleman with a nasty route. Is Keon refining his route tree, ladies and gentlemen? That's a positive note. In fact, Josh Reed, dude, love how you worded that. Twisted the DB like a pretzel. Good God, man. Our Keon Coleman? Come on, baby. Damn, baby. That sounds good, man. That sounds good. It sounds like the Bills are getting pretty crusty out there. You know what I mean? Bobby HC with a $50 donation. Bobby, you're the man, brother. Thank you. Let's go. Hope for no injuries. Bobby, thank you so much for that, man. You have no idea. Love when people go above and beyond on this. I love the generosity. It's not expected, but it is appreciated. Thank you so much, man. I really, really appreciate that. Guys, say, for example, that y'all would like to support the show. All I ask is just hit that free thumbs up sign for me. What I want to do is continue to grow this family, right? Because what I like to do is make sure that I include everybody that I can right within the live chat discussion each and every single time. I'm live for typically like an hour and a half to 2 hours, Monday through Friday, right in the morning, sometimes in the late afternoon. I'll probably be live a little later today as well, so we can really unpack with all of the news that comes out of camp, like when I can sit with the information. And I do all my live play-by-play reactions as well. It's very similar to this, but instead I'm watching the football game and I'm beating the hell out of Bob behind me. So yeah, guys, listen, just do me a favor, hit that thumbs up sign. And say, for example, you're not already joined the family, just subscribe and turn on these bell notifications. But Bobby, thank you for that 50, bro. You're the absolute man. Thank you, dude. You have no idea. Dan, I am just checking in. Give me the offensive and defensive highlights so far. Derek, man, I'll tell you what, dude, you joined at a perfect time. So it sounds like Josh has had a couple of picks so far. I believe 2 of them were tipped at the line, and then one was a 50-50 ball that he tried to fit in with Dalton Kincaid. But it does sound like that, like he's really been doing well since then. Has multiple touchdowns to Keon Coleman. Has a touchdown to Joshua Palmer. It sounds like Elijah Moore has been doing very well. Run defense has been solid. It sounds like we're getting pressure on Caleb Williams, which is encouraging, especially against that offensive line. That's nothing to knock. And I think those are like the highest key points right there. Let's see if there's anything else that's coming up. Yeah, I'm fully bought in on Keon Coleman. The summer of Keon Coleman, baby. The summer of Keon Coleman. Let's get it in. Came by, and I heard you were giving away Madden copies. Loyal to Royal. Who told you I was giving away Madden copies, man? It sounds like something I would do, but no, I have not made that implementation. I was thinking about doing it on Roundtable, maybe, but yeah. I came by and thought that you were giving away Madden copies. I'm not giving away Madden copies. Thank you, Dan. This channel is growing nice, man. I am just so glad that we continue to grow the family over here of like-minded individuals. We have analytics, don't have much separation between Torrance and Edwards. Why would you pay Torrance $20 million? He's a good player, but the price tag for guards is ludicrous. Edwards and Anderson could be just as good. Much respect to JA17, giving them Ryder Cup tickets to the guy. God bless Fins up. That's my boy right there. That's Nathan the golfer. I'm pretty sure he's cerebral palsy. He's a hell of a golfer. Solid content creator. Shout out to Nate the golfer, man. That's my boy over there. We have LMAO just playing Go Bills from Orlando. Charles, Dan, have you ever thought about doing a show with Joe Marino? Also, did you play football in school? I did play. I was mostly a baseball player because, again, my mom's 5'2", and I didn't get that 6-foot situation. But I did play Pop Warner when I was a kid. I was a linebacker back then, obviously, short and stocky, you know what I mean? But no, man, I was a baseball pitcher, and that was mostly what I did in high school. It's a ball player, baby. And I threw gas and a filthy knuckleball too, by the way. But that's obviously just me tooting my own horn. And then with Joe, I am open to anybody coming on and doing a collab with me. But first, he would need to answer a DM that I sent him like a year or so ago. He leaves me on red. I mean, I've tried, but yeah. I've tried, but he's, I don't know. Maybe he's like not seeing them. And so I doubt it, but is what it is. Let's go. We have Nix716. What's up, Dan? I didn't realize you're still live. Is there any big news from joint practice with the Chicago Bears? Some good stuff, man. Sounds like Allen had a couple of picks at the beginning. I believe 2 of the 3 were tipped at the line of scrimmage, so I'm not particularly worried about that one. Then one was a 50-50 ball, but then afterwards, he really started finding his groove. He connected with Keon Coleman twice for a touchdown. Josh Palmer. Sounds like Elijah Moore has been having a hell of a day. Run defense has been good. I also hear that we're getting pressure, which is ideal, but we will see. Michigan handed the hammer. Let's go, Buckeyes. Hey, man, listen, go check out our college football show, Roundtable College Football. It's linked in my description, my friend. Live Mondays and Thursdays at 6 p.m. EST. That's what they are going to do. Come on, baby. Come on now. Oh, my God. Hold up. Bosa with a little bit of a late hit on Caleb Williams, and no Bear came to his defense. Something to file away. So the Bears didn't care that Bosa gave Caleb a late hit. His teammates were just like, you know what? Screw it. So young man needs to get some licks. News we love to hear from Chicago. Keon Coleman has arrived. Keon Coleman just twisted the DB like a pretzel. Ugh, dude. Holy hell, man. Holy hell. The summer of Keon Coleman. We have Benford taunting Bears fans. Bears crowd gives him a loud boo. Oh, my God. Christian Benford taunting Bears fans. I mean, low-key, I like it. Low-key, I like it, folks. I'm sorry, JT, but that's the kind of competitiveness I want to see from my secondary, from CB1 over there. That's absolutely insane. That is absolutely insane. I am a United States Air Force vet, Dan, and so I want to thank your brother for his service, and I want to thank you for your service, my friend. Thank you so much. I will pass the message along. Sometimes Brandon is in the chat. Shout out L Seals. Oh, man, let's go. Let's go, man. I'm happy Bosa is hitting people. Me too. And Benford can talk. I mean, apparently. I'm good with it. Dan, when I was a kid, and so I saw a Bills game on TV, player got hit, and when they came back from the commercial, he was in the same position. I became a musician. Hey, man, listen, sometimes that's how it is. Congrats on the 4-hour stream so far. 4 hours is insane, right? Oh, man, look, it's super easy for me to hop on here and just talk ball with you guys, and it's crazy. And just out of curiosity, who has been here since the very beginning of this stream? 3 hours and 10 minutes spending with me is absolutely nuts. I'm curious, if y'all have been here from the very beginning of the stream, just drop a 1 right in the chat. I'm really curious. Bosa with a late hit. Sounds like Keon Coleman has arrived. We have Mike Green's been here. Mike Green's always been in here with me, man. Mike, and so I got to tell you, man, sometimes I'm surprised that you never get sick of me, my friend, because my boy's in every single stream. He's keeping the law for me, and I appreciate that. I really do. Mr. Carreras, Drew D is in the building. Daddy D, Khalil Shakir, Drew D1, Andrew, ready to go. I'm always here. Khalil Shakir is in the building. Bro, are you in school right now? Because that's awesome if you are. I've been at work since 7 a.m. You are the man. I've been in and out. I'm not going to lie. That's completely fine, Walter. And so you know where to find me. We're going to call you Dan the Marathon Man. Hey, man, listen, it's streams. It's long-ass streams, man. Let's get it done. And so I got to hop in on 4th and Forever here in about 20 minutes. In fact, let me double check. What's Richie got to say? All right. So it sounds like I need to do some things here, folks. So I need to set up for 4th and Forever. I think that's probably going to have to do it for practice. It's probably not over yet, but I have to go be an entrepreneur and start up the 4th and Forever stream. Folks, say, for example, that you want to come in and hang out with me in about 20 minutes. I am going to be live on 4th and Forever. It is on the Roundtable Sports YouTube channel. I highly recommend you go over there and you subscribe. We're going to be talking about everything that's happening across the league. I love each and every single one of you. Thank you for hitting that like button. Thank you for contributing in the chat. I hope that this stream provided some sort of value for you today. Yeah, we'll see you soon. Peace.